Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody? And see, Mike Sampy was in here at 12:14 a.m. and said, Bugman 22. Hey, Mike. Billy was in here at 4:28. Good morning, Billy. John, good morning. Oh, I thought that was oh, Catfish Dog when I read that. J&J, good morning. How's everybody bright and early on? What is today? Tuesday? Tuesday morning? Excellent. Oh, I don't feel too bad, actually. Little guy kept me up 2 or 3 times last night. I don't know what the heck that was all about, but he's getting ready to learn how to sleep in another room with the door closed so he ain't bothering me so much. I went to bed early, though, like 10 o'clock. It's early for me. And I don't know, he woke me up at like 12 and 2:30 or something. I don't know what the heck it was. This is an interesting headline. An AI program that trades stocks. It says AI platform transforms $900 into $38,000 in 30 days. Wonder if they seen that one coming when they started all the AI stuff. 42, heck yeah, it's a heat wave. Good for you, man. I'm glad it's warmed up over down there. It is 16 here, so I'm good. I'm good with your 42. I'm messing with you, man. I'll bet you're gonna have to have a sweatshirt on today, ain't you? Probably a pair of sweatpants. It must be part of that cold front move through here. I guess they had some snow flurries or something in Indy yesterday, and because the roads are already cold, I guess it stuck and just created havoc on the. Let me see where this is. Like 100 and some wrecks yesterday afternoon around Indy. That's crazy. People forget, man. I don't know how they forget in one summer that, hey, when the road starts turning white, or if the road's cold and it starts snowing or, misting or whatever, it's going to be slick. I don't get it. People don't think that's the problem. There we go. That's good. Yeah, on all of the above. I'm getting a sore throat. That ain't good. I ain't got time for none of that stuff. I'm ready to go back to work. I think I got everything ready. After I ended up having to drop $129 on my sketching software, and I had it on my old computer for 20 some years, and I guess you're supposed to renew it every year or something. I didn't know that. I never did, but when I downloaded it again, well, you have to have an activation code. And I called, was talking to him. I was like, well, what do you mean? I was like, hell, I've been using that same sketching software for 20 some years. And throw a ginger. A gummy might work. And I tried to talk them in the best, as hard as I talked, as hard as I could to try and get them just to activate that. And that wasn't happening. So I paid them once, and now I got the software. I'll never do, it'll be on here until I retire anyway. So unless something happens to my computer. Because my last one, I don't know how long I had it. Let's see. Do a little ciphering. Microsoft ended support for Windows 7 on July 14th, 2020. So that means I had it for 20. No, wait. There we go. See what this does. August 12th. Okay, so I had it since 2012. The same computer. That's a long time for computers. And I would still have it, except Windows 11. I had to, upgrade to Windows 11 or whatever, and man, it killed it. It runs so slow you couldn't. Nice, nice. You couldn't work. I couldn't work, but it was so slow. It doubled the time it took to do an appraisal, pretty much. What up, little man? Huh? You're gonna lay down for a while? He's a good boy. Got his belly all full, Dad. Yes, he did. Been out and pooped twice. He said, "It's nothing. It's time to go to sleep." Yeah, I can't afford a sore throat, man. Because I hate going into a nursing home if I think I'm getting sick or something. I did get me the thing to hold the phone in my car now for when I go to the VA or whatever and I go live, you know what I mean? Nothing like getting a package from Cali. You better hope they don't intercept that sometime. My son might have had a friend that lived out in Oregon, and he might have had a package like that come that they intercepted one time. Let's just say he got pulled over on the way to work one morning. And yeah, he ended up beating most of it with a good lawyer. Oh, not your address? Yeah, that's cool. Well, somebody's got to pick it up, though. You know what I mean? But yeah, they got Justin, and I guess the guy sent him a little more than he thought he was. But heck, you can do that now. I can just drive over to Ohio. It's 35 minutes for me to the border over there, probably. But boy, I sure wouldn't drive over with Indiana tags. Go in a dispensary, pick up some gummies, and then drive back. I'm pretty sure they're just looking for that. You know what I mean? No passing zone, baby. That's cool. uh, you ever watch The Old Mechanic? This guy's pretty cool. He drives an old car. He tinkers out in his garage and stuff. And morning gator saw, and he sits around and gets high and works on stuff in his little shop and everything. He's pretty cool. Or he'll drive his old, I forget what kind of car it is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, boy, the feds, all they got to do, the feds have just got to legalize it and it's over with. And if you think about it, weed is classed the same as cocaine is in heroin. It's in the same classification, which is just crazy, crazy stupid. But that all comes back from, I think it was, I know with hemp, not necessarily weed, but with hemp, the cotton industry lobbied Congress and them real hard back in the day because the hemp was cutting into the cotton market. And they got them to make it legal or something. Hey, y'all, SW, it's cold here, huh, bro? Yeah, I heard you guys got a little temperature down there. That'll probably perk them fish up a little bit about the time that sun hits the water this morning. Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. Yeah, there's a group, that's been protesting live every night outside of that jail in D.C. for, I think one of them's husband's in there or something, and there's a group of people. Oh man, Gator. Now I forgot what I was talking about. Talking of smoking weed. See what that does to you? But here in Indiana, until the feds pass it, we'll never get it until the feds do, because Eli Lilly's a big, big lobbyist. Their main office and everything's in downtown Indy. It's where Chris and Telly work. Probably one of the best companies in Indiana you can work for. Morning, Uncle Lou. And they got their finger right in the heart of the state house, you know what I mean? So getting weed legal here ain't going to happen until the feds make it legal, which that may happen. I know my representative from here in the state house, her husband or her father died of cancer or something, and when he was going through the chemo and everything, he couldn't eat or nothing. He was sick, so she got him some weed so he could smoke weed and be hungry in the morning. You know what I mean? And she brings the bill to the state house every year for the last probably 15 years to legalize it, and it never makes it to the floor. Heck yes, 67. Man, you have the perfect temperature right now. In the 40s and then up into the high 60s, low 70s in the afternoon. Dude, you got it perfect and you don't even realize it right now. That's fall here. I mean, that's the perfect temp. That's the perfect weather. I need another Red Bull. Oh, goodness. I went to Walmart yesterday evening. Excuse me. And no, 90 in the day is hot. Fat people like me sweat. Excuse me, Uncle Lou. I'm sorry. Yeah, buddy. Went to Walmart yesterday and I didn't buy much. Some dog food. Let's see. Dog food. Where did it go? I just had it. Cat litter and some little stuff was $180, man. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I just had that. Where did it go? I did get a new selfie stick for work. And I literally was just playing with it a minute ago. I swear I was. And now I can't find it. Oh, God, please grant me the ability to be sane today. Literally was just had it in my hand not 10 minutes ago. Huh. Just interesting. Oh, well, anyway, $180 and I didn't have a half a cart full of stuff. Makes that fur tickles. I want mine made with rabbit fur or something like that, soft. That's going to drive me nuts now. Oh, God, man, it's not going to be that kind of day. And please tell me, Lord, that it's not going to be that kind of day. I give, man. Wire hair and crack don't mix, and crack don't mix. Good morning, D. It's always great to see you in the morning time. Yes, it is. It's always great to see Chadwick, too. There it is. I got a new selfie stick. And what I use it for, when I'm seeing the house and you have to take a picture of the crawl space, you're supposed to do what's called a head and shoulders inspection of the crawl space. Well, I put my camera on that selfie stick and run it out, and I hold it down in the crawl space and shoot like 3 different, here, there, and there. And then I don't have to get dirty. I quit getting in crawl spaces when I quit being an installer in the cable company 30 years ago. What am I lying about? The Chadwick part? No, I love seeing Chad. Yes, I do. I still ain't got my music put up that Real Fishing made for me. Do I got it on this computer? Let's see. Let's look and see. It's not over there, so we move you over here, like so. I don't see it on this one. I know it's on this one over here. Almost 100% positive. There it is, right there. Okay. Yeah, that's it. I can play it. At least you can hear it, I reckon. Let's see. Has anybody heard this yet? Oh, wait. Hold on. Retarded, goofhead, you knucklehead. Let me kill the volume on that first. There we go. What are we missing here? Oh, that would be it. I really shouldn't operate technical things in the morning time. Good morning, morning. Please come on in. It's groovy. The door is always open to all of my friends. You found the Bugman's Clubhouse. Oh, Bugman 22. I'm always happy to see all of you. Let's all sit around and chat a little while. I'll do my very best. Yeah, exactly. I just shaved my back. Please smash that like, hit that arrow, and share this out. It's time to all come together and enjoy one another. You are all my family, my sisters and brothers. So come on in. I'm so glad to. Yep, I figured that's how he made it too, was with AI. I don't know. He sent it to me and I thanked him because I thought it was very nice of him to do. So quit criticizing it. Mr. Important. Mr. Impotent. You impotent, ain't you? Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's cool. I need to put it on where when the show starts, but that technology is a little beyond me right at the moment. I know how to do it. I just haven't got around to doing it, I guess, is the gist of what I'm trying to say. I suppose I could. First thing we want to do is make sure we kill the volume over here, don't we? Yes. Good call, Bug. X. But I think because it's on the laptop, I think if I load it on the StreamYard from the laptop. Even if I log on to StreamYard over here, it'll still be there. I don't know for sure. Okay, I get it about bass and bait. Yeah, the funny thing is you can't even use them for bait here. I know you wasn't, man. I'm just messing with you, dude. And I figured the same thing. Cool AI stuff, huh? Where I ain't touched it. And when AI goes crazy, I can say I had nothing to do with it. I didn't use it. That's scary technology that I'm not going to mess with. Unless it can 100% tell me whether the fish are going to bite or not, I ain't messing with it. And I'll bet you money it's got some kind of, AI's got a program that does calculations that can tell you when the fishing is the best. I'll bet money on it. Gator, later when it gets daylight, I'll try and show you the frost on the grass. I'll show you what chili is. It looks like it snowed. Oh, I'll bet, yeah. You got a heater in your garage? That's probably a dumb question in Florida, isn't it? No, we got a killer air conditioner. Oh yeah, that's cool. Very cool, actually. Yeah, before AI. Yeah, that's very cool. Like I worked from home before it was a thing. Before, I was 20 years, 24 years ago. I started working from home. Now everyone does it because of COVID. But it sucked the very first 6 or 8 months because where I lived, all I had was dial-up, and I had to get to the city where they had a cable modem so I could do my work faster. Because with dial-up, it took just a little bit of time. Oh, I know what this is. To download a report with, I don't know, 25 photos in it. Hmm. How did the post office notify you of my new address? That's what I want to know. I thought I was the one who had to do the notifying on that. It's exhaust on the tractor. Hmm. What's a heater? Jebediah would send one down here. Yep, all you need is a little wood stove, probably. Uh, where I was looking, they make these really cool, and I seen them a couple years ago. There was this guy and this girl living, you know, off grid out west in the Rockies in the mountains in a little scamp camper. You know, I'm talking about the little white camper that's about as big as the back of a pickup truck. And they were up in the mountains somewhere, there's a bunch of snow on the ground and cold, and they had one of them little fireplaces. I don't know, it's about like that maybe. I don't know, but and they cut little pieces of wood and put in it, and it heated that little camper. And now I seen some online the other day. Yeah, it was windy. It Yeah, now if it's 40 some degrees with the wind blowing, then yeah, it's going to be chilly. I mean, you can factor in some wind chill, then you're probably in the 30s. Heck yeah. And I gotta get a hold of some lenders, man. I had any. They usually send the appraisal request via email. You know what I mean? You know, Uncle Lou, I've heard about those. I gotta look into that. I haven't seen them, but I've heard about them. Let me write that down so I can remember it. There we go. I like how you think, John. It's like me and appraisals, dude. I don't do more than 2 or 3 a week. At the most is 3. Two's plenty. That's what, 4.5. That's 9 hours of work a week. Oh man, Gator, I feel for you, man. I hate probably no one worse than insurance adjusters. I'd punch them in the face if I could. Because all they want to do is screw someone out of money that's paid their premiums for years and years. Yep, I better not get started on that tangent, had I? Because it just pisses me off so bad. They done it to me on a house one, and I'm like, what are you? Okay. So I'm just waiting for someone to hit me and let me get a chance to sue an insurance company. I see. That should have Gator uh, notifications, I think. Yeah, I wonder why I didn't get that. Huh. Too cold to start. Krusty and Gator fishing. That's a fishing trip I want to go on with 2 guys, one named Krusty and one named Gator. I guarantee that was a good time. Pugman's Clubhouse. Yep, right there it is. And I missed on. No, I didn't get the alert. I need to go through sometime. Yeah, see, exactly right there. That's a prime example of that. Yep, right there. They estimated $1,000. It was $5,000 higher because you were right and they were wrong. Yep, that's their job, though, man. It's in their training manual. Deny, 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 and then pay as little as possible. Hmm. Morning, Mark. How are you, buddy? You know, I found working on stuff, but it like I usually buy a manual for like a new motorcycle or something. I'll buy the service manual like they have in the shop. You know what I mean? They're like $70 or something. But you'll be doing something. It'll tell you to remove this, remove that, remove this, and remove that to get to what you're doing. Then you go online on YouTube and YouTube it, and a real mechanic shows you how to do it without having to do half that crap. I got to get me a new little knife. This one ain't doing it because it doesn't have a lock blade or nothing. So I got to get a new little knife somewhere, since I broke my one that ended up being worth $80, and I had no idea it was worth that, or I would have had it put up. For one, I had no idea it was that old. It was from the 80s, I guess. Men's Clubhouse. What are you doing, Mark? Anything good? Oh, you're probably getting ready for your trip, ain't you? Who takes care of your dogs while you're gone? If I lived closer, I would do it, but then you'd never get them back. You'd have to take me to court. Is it cold up there like it is here, Mark? It's like 16 here today. Oh, okay. Yep. So is your pop going to be okay? I didn't want to pry into anything too much or nothing, too personal. Yeah, those type of videos seem to do real well, man. Instructional videos. I should do an instructional video on how not to be a YouTube person. With IV meds, really? I gotta wash my eyes out, man. 30 years ago, they'd have never sent anybody home that still needed IV drugs. 19 degrees, yeah. I was amazed at the medication they had me giving Dad. I was just floored. The liquid morphine and stuff. When they first showed it to me and told me, I said, "You gotta be kidding me." I wash. Don't be messing with the way I talk. I gotta wash my eyes. That's what we used to call Visine when I was a teenager. Hey man, you need eye wash? Man's Clubhouse. Let's see. There's some way you can have music play in the background too. And I forget how that was. Let's see. Better not do anything with that, had I? I can touch up my appearance, it says. They ain't got a program do anything like that though. I'm sorry. Automatically adjust the mic. I don't remember where I seen that at now, but it has a way to play music in the background. Hi, Jody. Good morning. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna make fun of the fact that I had 45 degrees here. I go out in a pair of shorts and a t-shirt. I don't even remember where I seen that at now. That's oh well, I'll find it some other time. I'm sure somebody knows how to do it. Yeah, no doubt. That's only because you're not going to inflict that view upon us. There's a Buckman's Clubhouse. Well, so far we know John's going to clean the garage today. In theory, move this over if that works better. Yeah, that's better. Oh, yeah. I know. What's the thing with the people wearing cowboy boots and their pants tucked into them? That seems to be a thing around here with the younger folk. Sequins and lipstick. Oh. Have you seen my OnlyFans? Nice. I'll be back. I gotta go get some eye wash. Everything's blurry in one eye. Oh crap. Oh. Let's see here. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I got some tears or something that Mom has for her eyes because she's going blind. This stuff works good for dry eyes, but I can't hold my eye open like that and put eye drops in. Never been able to. I don't know why. I have to put it in the corner of my eye like this. You know your eyes are dirty when it burns a little bit. Oh, much better. Heck, I still got half left for the other eye. That'll work. All right, we should be good for the rest of the morning now. We got clean eyeballs. Put my hat back on. It's my favorite hat now. My Uncle Lou hat used to be my favorite, but it's so bad I can't wear it anymore. It's just too yucky. He was supposed to check in his basement for me when his foot got well enough to get down there and let me know if he had any hats or not. But I ain't never heard back from him, so he must take his cue from the Castanet people. I'm sorry, Uncle Lou, I'm messing with you. Yeah, I've read about people getting killed with Visine, actually. If you consume too much of it, it can kill you. One drop, not half the bottle. Exactly. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I could imagine. For those of you younger people, cassette tapes were a thing we listened to in the car. It went inside the radio and it popped back out. And then the super duper CD came out that A, wouldn't matter if you scratched it or not, and B, had crystal clear sound. Did he really? What did he use it for? To kill someone? As a lubricant. John, I can tell he's one of yours. No, Visine don't give you the craps. Jody, you need to hang around with better people. Yeah, I think you're right, Mark. And he also used Quaaludes back in the day. But those he didn't put in drinks. He just gave them to him. Here, take this. It'll make you feel better and relax you a little bit. Make you not remember much for the next 3 days. Oh, really? I didn't know that. No, I don't need the shits. That's all right. Oh, ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, that's probably a bad idea. They use Visine, huh? Interesting. I know you get too much of it, it can kill you. Interesting. Give you the shits, huh? So you could actually use it as a laxative as opposed to X-Lax or something. A fire pit nearby. What up, dog? How are you, buddy? See, this is an educational show here. I'm telling you, it's a quality program. Quality program. We could probably pass the TV guideline people for education. Remember back in the day on the kids show, this show is educational. Oh, so you're gonna let me put a drop of that? It'd take more than a drop, though, I assume. But you're gonna let me put that in my Red Bull and get the craps. And you would have thought that was funny. I would have been walking with clenched cheeks at Walmart thinking, what the heck happened? I gotta go to the bathroom. Oh, man. We put just ice in a bong. We just used it as like a, where you had the little thing you put your thumb under, but smoked it up through ice. It was pretty nice. Kind of a hashish kind of taste. I was in Germany, man. That's all we had was hash. And at one time, I can remember here in high school, and you never seen it. You know what I mean? It was never around, very rarely. And if you did, it cost a lot. And for 2 years almost, that's all we had. And I was so tired of smoking hash by the time I left Germany. The drunk guy to drink the bone water. Oh man, that's only funny because I've seen it happen before too. There's just things I can't do and never would. And when it comes to drinking, or eating something. So I can't do it, man. It's just not for me. You know what I mean? I can't handle it.
What's going on, Buggy?
What's up, Mark? Mark, how are you, buddy?
My fingers are cold. I can't. I type worse than normal today, so I better come up here.
Yeah, no worries, man. I'm glad you did. Yep.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
4 hours of sleep. I went out garage, started pouring a bunch of jigs, so I kind of got cold out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got about that too, but none of them, not 4 consecutive hours, which sucks.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Trust me. Uh, so what else is going? You were talking about shop manuals. I totally agree.
Oh yeah, yeah. Every dirt bike I've ever had, I spent the money and bought the shop manual that they use in the back.
I did that for every vehicle I've owned, and the last one for the boat, I bought the two shop manuals for the Mercury outboard, and they weren't cheap, but they were worth it already. So, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
every,
exactly. Well, the money you save in one service would pretty much pay for the manual.
well,
I got one all the way back to the '78 Sportster that I built, and I bought it in a basket and built it in a garage at my buddy's house. Actually, the guy who owns this house, in his garage with no heat or nothing one winter.
I I don't know. I did those videos for the fuel filter, oil filter, and the gear oil for my boat, which are no big deal. I didn't really need the manual for them, but I can only imagine what a marina would have charged to have that done there, and the time I would have had to have waited uh,
Yeah.
to get it in there and get it done. So,
Oh yeah, I'll bet. The only
so
thing I can't really do or never done much of on a dirt bike motor, I didn't split the cases because I seen a guy drop the transmission because the dirt bike transmission is real small. It's a bunch of cogs and gears that go
uh,
slide together. And I seen a guy drop one once and they spread all out across the floor. And he was like, oh shit,
I,
this was before the computer. So it wasn't like you could just pull it up and find a schematic of it. You know what I mean?
yep, like back in what 94 or 95. Remember when Harley Davidson was so ridiculously popular that
Yeah.
they couldn't make enough? You had to wait and get in line and to
Yep.
get in. Well, I did that. I was in the line at a couple dealerships and I kept missing it every year for like 2 years. So I'm like, forget it. I got to know this guy who owned Oregon Sucker Works out in Oregon, Illinois, and I bought a lot of parts from him. He helped me put my first Harley together. Had the manual for that. It was a really good learning experience because then when I was able to buy them, once they were meeting a demand, I knew how to work on them and fix them. And you had mentioned splitting cases, and yeah, I had to do all that stuff.
Yeah, dirt bike cases, or and the dirt bike motor is different. Like the Harley, you got the transmission separate
Yep.
from but with the dirt bike motor, when you go to pull them cases apart, everything's there when it comes apart. And if you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna end up with a bunch of gears and cogs laying on the floor and little horseshoe shaped things. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And if you don't, nowadays it wouldn't be anything. You just pull up a schematic online, and you know what I mean. But back
Right.
then, when there wasn't no internet, I had to wait for my buddy that worked at the shop to get off work, and I could call him on the phone and say, "Dude, man, you got to come over here. I messed up." To which he said, "No." He said, "Come over here, and I'll draw it out for you on a piece of paper." He said, "It's about time you learned how to do it the right way." And that's the last time I ever split cases. I did rebuild my first four-stroke motor ever using the shop menu. I rebuilt it by myself. Never had one apart in my life. And the only thing I had problems with is I didn't have a valve spring compressor. And I had an old guy, he took and cut the two sides out of a socket, right? Or
Uh,
there was about a half inch on each side gone. And he put the socket over the valve shim thing and used a C clamp and squished it down. And then you could put the little shim things in there, the little keepers,
huh.
back it off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've seen guys do that a bunch
Yep.
back in my auto shop days. So they cut a socket open, like you said, and
Yep.
then get in there with the pair of needle nose and the keeper and kind of get
Yeah,
it
and
under the
that's
seat.
what. And I learned another trick too, because you don't want to mess around. You drop one of them keepers down in that motor, it's a bad day. But
You
guy,
drop everything down.
he took his needle nose and rubbed them on a magnet to kind of magnetize them when he put the little keepers in to put them. You know what I mean? To put them in there. Where I got this little bitty magnet on the fridge there, and this thing is so strong. Like if I'm going to start a screw or something with a screwdriver, I put it on the screwdriver itself and up by the handle, and it's strong enough that it holds the screw or whatever I'm doing on the end of the screwdriver.
Oh yeah, magnetized screwdrivers are the way to go. Whether I got a couple of iridium magnets that I keep on the side of my toolbox. Actually, they're the bottom of they look like ashtrays, but they're for keeping nuts and bolts. They're
Yeah,
magnetized.
yeah, magnetized on the bottom. Yeah,
Yeah, if you just rub the head of the screwdriver on the bottom of them, it's good for a
yep,
couple of uses. So that helps too. So
yeah. And then one of the best things I ever bought was one of them magnets on a spring you could put down inside a
yep.
tight space and fish a bolt out. But yeah, I miss working on stuff. I don't know. Something happened like carburetors, for instance. Carburetors, I used to be magic on them as far as jetting them and stuff went.
Uh,
And something's happened in my brain, man. The last one I done was on my dirt bike before this dirt bike, my Yamaha, and I ended up having to call my buddy, man. I don't know what happened. I just couldn't figure it out.
I never really spent much time rebuilding carburetors. Like with my Harley, my first one,
Yeah.
I bought an S&S, and it was pretty much set up to go. All I had to do
Yep.
was
Yeah.
mess with the settings a little bit at idle and then at speed, and that was about the rest of it. Same with transmissions. I'd go and I'd bring it over to that guy Dave over at Oregon Cycle Works, and he'd tear it apart for a case of beer while I kept him company, and it
Yep.
was a done deal.
Yep. Well, see, like anytime on the dirt bike, if you change the exhaust, well, you had to rejet the carburetor. They're fuel injected now, so you ain't got to worry about it. But you just,
Well, you got to tune them now.
yeah, with a computer, you got to have the program. My buddy works at a shop, so I got access to that. But
Well, it's
back in the day, you just have to rejet them, and it was, kind of a trial and error thing. A lot of them, like FMF exhaust, would come with in the instructions. It would tell you what jets to put in and
right.
get But the average person didn't realize how much difference jetting it properly made in the snap and the performance of the motor.
Well, you don't want to lean it out or overreach it too much because you're gonna have problems either way.
And we would just little things. What my buddy called free horsepower. We would take the heads off the dirt bike and the jug on a two-stroke and not reshape the ports, but just smooth them out and smooth all the casting out.
Yep.
It's cast and it's got a rough surface. Well, when you would smooth that out, it make a huge difference. You can't even imagine.
It caused less turbulence in there, and
Yeah, and less resistance as the air flows through.
Mhm.
And yeah, just polish them. It's just called polish them, and then you can get real technical and change believe me, it's called the port timing by reshaping the ports and stuff. But that's stuff that someone who really knows what they're doing has to do, because otherwise you'll buy you a new head pretty quick or a new jug.
Let me say hello to Billy because he said hello. I saw
Okay.
Nate come in
I'll
here.
be right back. I gotta go see where the little dog went.
All right, I saw Nate come in here. What's going on, Wabash Nate? And any Finn is possible. What's going on, my man? How are you doing? John says he's touchy about his food. I hear you're touchy, anyways, John. That's what all the guys tell me that come up here from Florida. So that John's awfully touchy. Let's see what's going on here, chat. John says, I have to fix my own stuff. Can't afford to hire a gator to do it. Yeah. Hey, Donald, what's going on? How you doing? Yeah, I'm having a problem with the heat in my truck, and I'm not tearing the whole dash out to put in a new heater core. So I disconnected the heater core at the firewall, flushed it out. I poured some CLR in there, let it sit, and I got heat again, but it's not as good as it could be. So if we get a break in the weather, I'm going to get a bucket, some hoses, and a Harbor Freight hose, and just circulate that CLR through there, in the one side and out into the bucket, back into the bucket, circulate through there, and see if that helps. Hopefully, I don't need to pull the dash off and clean out the condenser and the heater cord. That's a big job. I don't want to do that. What would I do for a Klondike bar? Man, I don't know. What would I do for a tank of diesel? Now, there's another question for you. Let's see. I haven't had a Klondike bar in forever. So I'm guessing Gators down there by you, John, right? There's Fat Boy Eric. What's going on, Duck Lover? Quit tagging me in Facebook with duck humping videos. What's the matter with you? My family looks at that stuff. I'm like, what the hell? Remove tag. You want to send me that stuff? Text it or message it to me, knucklehead. I also got like some business associates that are on my friends list. A couple of clients. Jody says, I enjoyed Thanksgiving, but I'm starting my diet back today, so watch out. What you mean you're going? What are you going on? Like a high fiber diet, Jody? Watch out for gas. What are we watching out for? Ooh, Tim knows what's up. Portillo's chocolate cake shake. Diabetes in a styrofoam cup, but it's delicious. If you guys haven't had Portillo's, you're missing out. John, they changed, or Tim, they changed a lot of the stuff at Portillo's. It's still really, really good, but not as great as it was. I think during the lockdowns and stuff, all the quality of food went down everywhere, including there. She's going on the Visine diet. Yes, it is, Tim. It's good. But you're a slim dude. You can get away with that stuff. Me, not so much.
I'm telling you, dogs don't listen, man. They don't listen.
Well, you know what, Buggy? Mine took a while, but I think they've matured to the point where they listen really good, surprisingly. They're still a little hyper to be out running around on their own, but we'll work on that next. Do one thing at a time. But I can tell them, whatever I need them to do, and they'll go ahead and do it. And they're getting really good at letting me know when they absolutely positively go out. We got like some jingle bells hanging off the door in the back of the house, so they'll go up there and they'll paw them and ring them when they got to go out.
Nice. I'm talking about. I told a little guy there's a old satellite in the backyard. They're not one of the great big ones, just a little satellite, but there's a pole that it's mounted to. And I've told him 4 times now, don't go around the damn pole. He's out there stuck around the pole. I don't think he'll ever catch on to that one, but I keep telling him that one. They're good about the going to the door thing, especially the big dog, but she's a little older.
Uh-huh.
1 drop a day, you'll crap the weight away. You can do that and make me a jingle, Uncle Lou. Nice. Just 1 drop a day. You'll crap your weight away. I have Jody, she'll tell you what.
Just have John Parker do that with his AI song creator.
Yep, exactly. That's who made mine. Which is awful cool because I ain't got time to mess with no stuff like that.
I think you need a subscription to use that tool anyway, so I ain't paying for that.
Yeah, no, and there's no way I ain't gonna sit around. It's hard enough just to stay up. Hey Don, how are you, buddy? How you feeling?
I'm trying to think what else is going on besides my dad being in a hospital again, but other than that, I'm sorry.
When do you leave?
When do I leave? Sunday.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sunday, and we take off, and we depart on the boat on Monday. It's 6 days. So, hey, thanks, Skater. Appreciate it.
Good, Don. Glad to hear it, buddy. Quickest way to be lean is we got a whole song going here now. We'll just have to start writing these lyrics down.
Mm-hmm.
We'll put them in the AI song maker with all the lyrics, and we'll let them make the song for us.
Visine will make your bowels clean. Thanks, Eric. Bass Fishing 336. Good morning. Still
Eric,
cold.
you working today? Are you driving or are you in the warehouse?
Eric's out pond hopping.
Yeah, I think he decided not to do the warehouse thing, if I remember correctly. I don't know. I remember he talked something about it, but you got to remember whose memory we're dealing with here. Dial like the soap dial, you mean? I'm learning a lot about how to get rid of constipation.
Maybe dial soap on a rope.
Yeah. Well, I know you work, but I meant, are you working in the warehouse or are you going to drive today?
Eric's just being difficult.
It's not just for your eyes, it'll drop pounds off your thighs. I like it. We got a whole song about Visine giving you the shits. Oh, I gotta get my disclaimer. I'm sorry, I gotta use cuss words. So, this show is not intended for children. If you have kids and you let your kids watch this show, you're a horrible parent and you need your kids taken away. So, you've been warned.
I bought a jar of blue cheese stuffed olives to make some dirty martinis here at home. I'm thinking it'd be kind of fun to have a live show with with after a few of them. But
Yeah.
I don't know if I can get away with drinking on screen.
Well, you can. You just got to be careful with labels and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But I've always lived on the premise don't drink and do lives.
Me and Lyle have done a few in disguise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This goes like the song Jolene. I like it. Visine, Visine. One drop, it'll take your weight. Yep. See, we'll have to, somebody needs to be writing these down and email them to me, and I'll get us a song made out of Visine and the shit.
John, what your weight loss to go full throttle? Just
grab that little bottle. Yep. Somebody needs to be writing these down or copy and pasting them to something. Can you do that on these? Let's see. Nope, I can't. Maybe I can.
You can always go back and watch the live stream.
Yeah, you can copy and paste them from there. Okay.
So before yesterday, after I fed the dogs, I sat down. I saw NJ was live. He was out there killing them crappie off that bridge, man.
Who was?
NJ, fishing maniac.
Oh yeah.
He was having a heck of a day. I told him, I'm like, hey, I'm kind of jealous, man.
Yep.
So, you know what I did? I had to go run some errands. So the first thing I did was go cruise the river. You know, the river's almost locked up already with ice.
Are you kidding me? No, I seen some ponds with a light sheen of ice over them yesterday.
There's spots where the river widens up that are solid from side to side. A couple of
Yeah, I guess it must have been a lot colder up there than it's been here then.
Well, it's just been relentless. It's been in the 20s now for like
really?
a week and a half. Yeah, that's when it starts making ice. So I got so depressed when I saw that.
Oh man, I'll bet. Yeah, I hate wintertime. I'm not gonna lie. I get depressed the first time I see the snow fly because I know that I'm getting ready to be in hibernation mode for a while.
Man,
Nothing says I got to go out in the wintertime.
I sold my ice fishing camera and my ice fishing what is it? flasher, so I don't have any electronics to fish. But I still got the auger and I got my rods and reels and stuff, so I could technically go. But without the electronics, it's a crapshoot. I could go put some tip ups out here in a couple of local spots, but we'll see. I really don't want to go ice
No,
fishing.
I don't go no more. I've been a few times and it's fucking it's not for me, man. Dang, I need a cuss jar. That's what I need.
A what?
A cuss jar. Every time I cuss on the show, I have to put some money in it or something because I'm trying my hardest not to do that anymore.
I've
Today I'm
I've
failing
tried.
miserably.
When I was doing my show, I got pretty good at not cussing while I was on screen. It took a conscious effort for like the first 20 shows, but after that, it went pretty good.
Did you say it flurried in North Carolina? You're kidding me. Heck yeah. I'm telling you, there's a shift in the way that what's the thing called when the wind
Jet
pattern
stream?
or it
Jet stream?
swooped down from the north. Jet stream, yeah. I'm telling you, it's changing to where it's dropping sooner and putting more cold weather in the like Kentucky, Tennessee, Carolina areas than and it's like bypassing us up here. We
It's just
always
Uncle.
know.
It's just Uncle Lou farting.
Yeah, exactly. He's messing up the whole thing, man.
I think I was kind of doing multiple things around here, and I had Ryan Hall running. He's calling for like some really cold weather all the way, like across Uncle Lou, me, and then all the way east of there into the Carolinas in the next couple of weeks. So be ready for it, folks. It ain't letting up.
Yeah. Jody's road was slick this morning. Said it had snow on it. No kidding.
I
Yeah,
think it's
exactly, dog. Seeing it used to not be. It's like and it's a trend. If you've watched the last few years, it's been doing that. It's been going more south than across, like Indiana and stuff.
Yeah,
it's
but remember global warming.
Yeah,
weather is like anything. It's cyclical. It ebbs and flows and
yeah,
changes, goes and comes back. We'll have 10 years of pretty. We'll have 10 years of pretty not bad, but pretty harsh winters, and then we'll have 10 years of not so harsh winters. And by the time you get used to it, Mother Nature changes it up, and
yeah.
we got something to complain about.
I wait, I forgot what I was thinking now. Never mind. See, that happens so much to me right now. There's something going on. Oh, I know. See, it used to be when we'd watch the news here, Interstate 70 pretty much cuts Indiana in half. You know what I mean? And it
Uh-huh.
always used to be that it's going to snow north of Interstate 70, and anything south of Interstate 70 could see freezing rain or drizzle. You know what I mean? It was
Yep.
always that way. Well, now it's like you'll hear, well, there's going to be 1 to 3 inches of snow south of Interstate 70, north of Interstate 70 in the Delaware County area. You may get a dusting and stuff, and it's been doing that for the last probably 10 years now. And that's the only reason I notice a difference is because we always use 70 as a dividing line. And you knew if you were going north of 70 in the winter, you was probably going to get into some snow somewhere.
That's like I-80 here, because you get all the lake effect snow south of I-80 and north where I live of I-80, you don't. So we'll have forecasts like 18 inches of snow fell below I-80 and 2
Yeah.
inches fell above.
Yeah, I went and picked up a dirt bike in South Bend one time and learned all about lake effect snow.
Oh yeah.
Because the guy said it was
That's
snow, and I was like, it don't matter. I got 4-wheel drive, and I was pulling a little trailer. Man, by the time I got up there was a foot of snow on the ground. Guy lived out in the country where naturally there ain't no snow plows or nothing. And I learned my lesson. Next time someone from up there says it's going to snow, listen to them.
I need tires. Ugh.
it's like Buffalo. Northern Buffalo don't get all the snow that Southern Buffalo gets because of the way the lakefront is.
Yep.
Yeah.
The way the wind blows off the lake, and then this year where the lake are so warm, that's the reason why they got like 2 feet in a matter of hours.
Well, I got people I know up in Minnesota, up around Luke Haines' area. They're already out there ice fishing already. I'm like, man, it's just December 2nd. I'm thinking to myself yesterday, that's crazy. Too early.
Gator fair warning: don't get in a fishing contest with Jody, a catfishing contest with Jody, and never ever bet her on the side ever.
No, Jody is nothing. She's little tadpole. You go ahead.
Jody,
You go ahead, finger ass.
Take my word.
Jo-
for it. You will
Jody
end up
hasn't been the same since she was beat by the brothers dysfunction. I think that's what Chris calls it.
the brothers of dysfunction.
Brothers of Destruction. I remember that. Here, just to remind, let's remind Jody of something here. Hold on, I gotta sit up to do this. Here, here we go. Look at that. There we go. That'll remind her.
Yep, she had to wear white. She wasn't happy. She lost that one.
I wish I could zoom that in. You guys could see the unhappiness in her eyes.
Yeah, I've seen that, Lou.
Is your eyes thick enough to fish on already, Lou? Really? Damn.
Well, they're fishing up in Minnesota on the lake, and then
Sure they
around
are
Wisconsin already.
Yep, they're southern Wisconsin. They're ice fishing up here on the chain. They've been creeping out on 2 inches of ice. They're crazy.
Nope. If it ain't 5 inches thick, I ain't even looking at it.
4 inches is thick enough for me.
Oh, I know it is, but I'm going to take that extra inch of safety.
Jody, you see what Jody says? I want Eric to read that.
Erectile. Brothers of erectile dysfunction.
Yeah, whatever.
And then John says,
I'm sorry, I don't need that little blue pill.
It's because you ain't got a girlfriend. That's why you don't need it, son.
Oh,
Even if I had a girlfriend, I wouldn't need it.
Oh,
Brothers of erectile dysfunction. That's right there. That wins the morning, Jody.
yep. Jody wins the internet today. Every inch matters. Priceless.
Below the belt, John says.
I need an extra battery tender. I don't. That battery on that dirt bike's probably no good now. Anyway, it's a couple years old, so
Only one way to find out is put it on a charger and see.
Yep. Or I could jump it and get the bike started and let it run a while and see if it charges any. Like putting racing fuel in a Corolla or a Chevette. Hey, baby, you want to see my vet? It's parked out back.
Jody says, thanks for the screen recording, Buggy.
What? I don't understand.
I don't understand either.
I don't know any of that fancy terminology, screen recording. Did I do something wrong?
Well, Jody, it was funny till you bombed right there.
Yeah, you ruined it. You just made me scared now. I mean, because I got to watch J-Dog and people like that you never know what they'll put out there. I've seen myself superimposed in some really bad videos by J-Dog, but fortunately he's just sending them via text and not on the internet.
J-Dog used to send me videos of me and stuff, those funny ones he likes to do.
Yeah.
And then I got him with one, and I haven't gotten one from him since. He didn't like what I sent him, I think.
What was that? What are those things called they used to do on
Wombos?
Wombos, yeah.
KP.
Yeah, I was just talking about, John. Hey, baby, I got my vet parked out back. And you get out there and say, "Shut up."
Hogleg and KP used to love those things.
Oh, I did too. And I still to this day, my favorite one was the chicken nugget one. But I know Chris didn't like it. But I was like, man, put my face on there. I don't care, because that one would make me laugh every time I seen it. It didn't matter whose face was on there. It was just the kid saying, I like chicken nuggets.
Yeah, he didn't care for that too much. I remember that.
I loved it. And it didn't have anything to do with who was in it. I just loved and that's what I told okay, put my face on there. I don't care.
Chicken nuggets are like family.
Yeah, they like family. I loved it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're going to aggravate me about something? Okay, I'm sorry. I have to. Good with Jody. I understand now. If it wasn't, I get you. I understand.
I think she just called you a size queen, Buggy.
I think she's got me on that one, especially if she goes back and snags it out of.
Didn't you guys ever see that video of Buggy at the Bass Pro Shop?
No, no, I don't think I've ever been to one. You can get back on J Dog's good side. Well, making a fun video about me will probably do that.
What'd you do to get on his bad side, Jody?
Oh, it's hard telling. He's like Eric. It don't take much.
What?
They're sensitive. There's the taco truck. Hey, yo, you open, man? You can get a taco. You got any fish tacos, bro?
They went from the Pickle Park Posse to the Brothers of Erectile Dysfunction.
Pickle Park Posse. What was it? I put something on the chat yesterday's on Catfish Weekly about the Pickle Park Patrol or something like that.
Yeah, I think I did. I think I saw
Did
that.
you catch that at the end? Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking to my mom and my sister while I was watching about my dad, but I was reading chat while I was doing it.
Yeah. Pickle Park Patrol or something like that. I put what they could call themselves.
I called them when they had some, it was like a team versus team fishing tournament or something they were having. And I had mentioned the Pickle Park Posse. Oh my God, they were butthurt for a while, but literally butthurt for a while.
Oh yeah.
No
Yeah.
pun intended.
Yep. You can't make fun of them. They make fun of you. I like messing with them. They're sensitive like that, but that's all right. If I didn't like them, I wouldn't make fun of them.
Amen.
Yeah, you can tell if I don't like you. If I don't make fun of you, I probably ain't a fan. What up, Nubby? How you doing, brother? It's good to see you. We're going tuna fishing in, what'd you say, 2 weeks or so, something like that? Y'all's going to be out there?
Ooh,
Yeah, exactly.
that sounds like fun right there.
Yeah, it does. And you can make some money tuna fishing.
Sounds like something to put on the bucket list.
Good
Oh,
morning,
no, Russ, I've got to go.
Hey, you ain't going nowhere. Get back over here.
Okay, Saul, man, come on back.
Mark, did I hear you say you were getting ready to go on a boat?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Hide your bacon.
Man.
Going on that cruise on Monday, Eric.
Where are you going?
We're going to Bahamas, Dominican Republic, and Turks and Caicos.
Oh, man. Mark's going to be out there in a Speedo on the Bahamas.
You know it, man. And I'm gonna go live and send out.
I swear, if you do, I'll give you $100 if you put a Speedo on and walk on the beach.
I'm in a Speedo right now. Why do you think I'm hiding behind my icon?
What you got there, Rustic, the night before Christmas?
Welcome in, everybody.
Welcome, everybody. Yeah, you're going to go with a Peter Pouch bathing suit on the beach. I'll pay money.
Now, Mark, when you get back, you're going to go fishing after seeing all that open water?
I'll go back. I might make a drink with all the ice that's on that water. Holy smokes.
Hey, John, believe it or not, there's a Kokomo, Indiana, about 40 miles from me, maybe 50.
I had friends in Kokomo, Indiana. They moved to Florida.
Yeah. It used to suck when you go north, like to South Bend or Michigan, when you go up 31, you had to go through Kokomo, and it was stoplight after stoplight after. You know, it was like the shopping district area of Kokomo, the mall and crap like that. And they finally built a bypass around it, and it's awesome. Now you can leave Indianapolis and drive all the way to South Bend without having to stop. You got a guy that does charters for Bluefin. Let me know. I'll get you his info. There you go.
I know a guy that does bass and crappie.
Mine was sore today.
You need to hook up. I'll hook you up with him, and then he'll just kick me back my 25%.
Yeah, since this cold weather's hit, man, I've got to stretch this arm every morning.
Me too. My shoulder something messed up on it last night when I was getting out of bed to let stupid out. And something popped and I couldn't even move it for a little bit. I ain't got time for that.
Mine's just cold weather, I guess.
Yep.
I can raise it up and do all kinds of stuff, but it's just sore.
I got the email I sent yesterday to the VA about getting my appointment for my knee replacement. They got back with me and said they had sent in the request for a consult. It takes so long to do this crap, man. I'd go physical therapy. I go in there and sit down. The guy puts the x-ray of my knee up there. He looks at me and looks at it, and he said, I thought you'd be 80. He just looks at my knee, and he's like, I said, dude, I told him that I'd come in here and you'd just tell me there wasn't nothing you could do for it. It was the same way with my right one when they done it. But I got to do all this stupid hoop jumping before I actually get to talk to a surgeon.
So have you had one done, Buggy? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, I've had one. I had my right one replaced, yeah.
How did it? Were you happy you had it done?
Oh, yeah. Well, I tore that one up when I was 14, and it was trashed for years, and it had no meniscus, so the bone was bone on bone for years. And it hurts so bad, dude. I'm telling you, it doesn't hurt. I've heard people had hard times with them or whatever, and my mom's had 2 of them. I had one. If you got pain in your knee that's chronic and they offer you a replacement, don't hesitate. I'm telling you.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I literally called my girlfriend the first time I walked down to the speedway and didn't have any pain because it's the first time that knee hadn't hurt in over 30 years. And I was like, and now this one's at that point. I was at Walmart yesterday, and by the time I got done walking through Walmart, man, I had limped to the car. Popo.
So is that the nude cruise to the Bahamas, Mark?
Ooh.
What did he say?
Is that the nude cruise to the Bahamas?
Oh man, it's the upside down pineapple pirate ship.
No, John, sword fighting doesn't involve the bones actually touching.
Are you going to do any gambling while you're out there?
Maybe some. We'll see.
Hey, Skeeter.
I heard it. If you went over 500, that's when you got to pay taxes on it. Anything over 500.
Either
you gotta pay
500 at a time and come back.
If you've got to pay taxes on any money, that means you're making money. So just pay the taxes. You can't get around.
That's true. Scissoring, no, that's similar, but that's not what guys do. You're getting close.
I don't know, man. Them Pickle Park Posse, they might do some of that scissoring.
I don't even. I
didn't know you'd talk about your little brother Chad like that, Mark.
Well, brotherly love.
If I was 20 years younger or so, I would go on one of them cruises, singles. You can walk around and they can do whatever you want cruises.
Buggy, right there. Jody wants to take you on a cruise, Bug man. Just tell her
you have a freak. See, I don't know about cruise boats though, man. You're hostage. That's one of them. If the terrorists come, there's no way to get away from it. You're stuck.
You're free to roam around, Buggy, from one end to the other.
If it's your time, Buggy, it's your time.
Yeah, that's but right. I don't want to increase my odds.
All right, I'm gonna go refill my coffee cup. I'll be right back.
I've had opportunities to go on a cruise and I turned them down. I don't know, man. Do you have a passport for something like that?
Yeah, every time I have a passport, just in case you get kicked off the boat. That way you can get back to the United States.
Every time they talk about taking a cruise here, the only thing that keeps coming to mind to me is the Poseidon effect. You watched that movie, that boat turned over because that huge wave?
Well, like he just said, if you get kicked off the boat, well, I've had a few times I've went on trips for weekends having fun and ended up in jail. So I ain't real sure I want to do that on a cruise ship.
If not, they lock you in your room and then.
How about this? How about you just behave yourself and have a good time? There you go, Buggy.
Sometimes I get a little carried away, though. I start having fun.
Yeah, you gotta not be.
See you on one of
a criminal. Have a good time and enjoy yourself.
Just don't go on a Carnival cruise. You'll be fine. Just do a search on YouTube. Say Carnival cruise fight, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Oh man, yeah. See, and that's another one. I can't carry my gun on the cruise, so I ain't real sure I want to do that anyway.
No, it ain't that. I live in Chicago, and I don't carry my gun because I'm too lazy to pull up my pants 20 more times a day.
Well, I got a little bitty 380 about that big, and I keep it in the console of the car. But like when I go in Walmart, I take it out and put it in my pocket. I just don't want to get caught with my pants down, so to speak. But if I carry it in my pocket, I got to have my belt on. You know what I mean? I don't have a passport.
That's why I was talking about talking to you about getting a shoulder harness, and it's basically for fishing. Because the only time I ever have any problems is either on the bank or out in the middle of the night. Got some jerk who thinks
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
got beer balls on him.
And 9 times
Damn
out of
bass
10, if you got a
fisherman.
shoulder harness on, they're less apt to bother you because they can see the shoulder harness and I probably shouldn't bother this guy. He looks like he's pissed off.
Yeah, that's right. Them damn bass fishermen.
Hey, I went to Walmart, left my gun, locked up the glove box, locked the truck up, went inside Walmart, had just the holster was showing it was empty. Went to check out. The lady goes, "Oh, what kind of gun you got?" And I told her. She goes, "Where's it at?" And I said, "That's locked up in the vehicle." She goes, "I got mine in my bra."
Nice. I like it.
Hey.
People are crazy these days, man, and I don't want to get caught unaware. Move over, Stubing. I got this. Step aside. I'm a captain.
I know a guy who got involved in a self-defense case, using a firearm, and it was a nightmare.
Yeah, it is. If you don't, that's why I belong to the. That's an insurance policy against that. If you ever have to defend yourself, there's a number on here you call, and then you shut up and don't say nothing else, and their attorney will be there. If you carry a pistol,
if Jody was to drive the cruise ship, it'd be a 3-hour cruise.
If you carry a pistol, that thing there for $29 a month or something is worth every penny of it because they have a really cool magazine that comes every month anyway. But $29 a month compared to, like you just said, I'll bet it probably almost bankrupt your buddy.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Yeah. Because and the fact of the matter is, if the guy is beating you with a stick and you're getting ready to die and you shoot him, you are still going to jail first.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what the circumstances.
Your best bet, like they'll tell you this in any self-defense classes, avoid conflict, and
Yep.
that's your best bet. Don't.
Yeah.
Well, John, I walked into the post office one day, forgot about having my gun on my hip. Went and checked my mail. Wasn't gonna be in there for like a minute and a half. This officer walked in. He said, "This is federal property. You can't have a gun on you." And he was a city cop. And I said, "Well, I see you got yours, and you're not federal."
Yep.
But I wasn't going to say nothing because you're an officer and you're supposed to protect us anyway.
I would have said something like, "I didn't know the Constitution stops at the door."
Exactly.
Well, any federal property, you're not supposed to have.
Federal building, yeah, you can't carry your gun in a federal building. That's a given.
And I just told him straight up. I said, "Well, I see you got yours, and you're not a federal employee." But I wasn't going to say nothing.
Yeah, he's got the certificate from the I can carry a gun.
A long time ago, I had my gun bag with me going into work. I mean, I wasn't even married when this happened. And I stopped at a gas station on my way to work. It was 4 a.m, right over by O'Hare Airport. Ran inside to pay, get a pack of cigarettes, came back out. My door was open, bag was gone. Guy didn't even know what he took. So that's how come I don't even like carrying it out, because that something could happen. And I got it back like 8 years later, Buggy, from the.
No kidding, really?
Yeah, they arrested someone trying to do a bank robbery with it.
No kidding.
Wow.
What was that? Was it trashed?
In Iowa, of all places, Uncle Luke.
Really? It traveled that far? No kidding.
Well, the gun was in circulation for 8 years before they found it, and the big dummies didn't even take the serial number off.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, ain't no telling how many times it was sold till it got to that point.
Yep. But it's nowadays people are nuts, and I refuse to be a victim. In fact, I'm a vet. I think I earn the right to carry my pistol in all 50 states. If I want.
You're born with that right. That's as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I agree.
Sometimes who doesn't lock the doors when they get out of the truck? I lock mine up when I pump gas.
John, this was in 1989.
Yeah, there you go. Enough said. It wasn't like that then. Heck, in high school, you could carry a shotgun.
Back then, you could leave your door unlocked at your house.
Back window. Could you imagine having a a gun rack in your back window today with a gun in it, it'd be gone first time you park somewhere.
John, I thought nothing of it. You know, I must have been what, like 19 years old at the time, and
Yeah.
you don't think someone's going to just has the balls to go into your, you know, I was up full of piss and vinegar back then.
Yeah, exactly.
Security
I
jobs, a bunch of places. I was hurting people for other people. It's a long story, and they don't care who you are. If there's an opportunity and someone's there, they're going to take it. You know.
Yep.
Nowadays, if you see a gun in the back glass, it's deer season. That's about the time you'll see one.
Yeah, John, I know. I like to explain myself. That's all.
Yeah, give me some more coffee.
I'm drinking Dunkin' Donuts. I brewed a whole pot. Got some at Costco. This stuff's pretty good. Even though I don't like Dunkin' Donuts, I had it before I started boycotting them.
Well, I'm a little guy and I'm old and I got bad knee and I'm not getting away from anyone, so I gotta have some way to keep them from killing me. I do need to go to the range a little more with my pistols.
I'm gonna say disclaimer, buddy. All you gotta do is pull down your pants and start laughing.
That's true. That would be good. In fact, that one comedian had that joke at one time. He said, somebody getting ready to beat you up and you know they're going to whip you, just take all your clothes off. Ain't nobody going to fight you naked. That's a good idea.
True, I'm not gonna fight nobody naked.
Exactly. If you think they're going to whoop you, just take all your clothes off. All right, now.
I don't know, man. It depends what her name is.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, that's if it's a woman, that's a different story.
I don't lock my doors unless I'm at the boat ramp. Now I lock mine anytime I get out of it.
I pretty much do anymore. I think now that you mention it.
You know, I live in a it's not an affluent area, but it's a safe area.
Yeah, I know what you're
You know
talking
what I mean? So I mean, I've left my truck unlocked in my driveway quite a bit, and every now and then kids will cause some trouble and go into cars and take whatever they want, but it doesn't happen too often over here. You know, that's one of the reasons why we moved out to this suburb. So
Yeah, suburbs here pretty soon, and you're going to be safe once they start that deportation effort. They're going to spread like roaches. Y'all better lock your stuff up.
yeah, I got all sorts of different kind of people that live in my neighborhood. We all get along.
Like I used to say, people like in Indianapolis, for instance, north of Indianapolis is Hamilton County. It's the most affluent county in the state. People who are breaking in homes aren't breaking in homes in the ghetto. You know what I mean?
Well, there ain't nothing to get.
Exactly. They're headed up north where the money's at.
Yeah.
Exactly. There ain't nothing to get in the ghetto. That's what I try to explain.
Our little town, they said, well, we're going to take over this little town. Once they get here, they're going to say, ooh, there ain't nothing there. Let's keep moving.
Well, the worst part is if you live out in a rural area. I had a buddy lived out in the country with, it's been 35, 40 years ago. And him and his wife just married. They had a freezer, had a half a beef cut and put in it. And I think he even had a deer he'd got the year before. Well, they come and broke in his house in the middle of the daytime because, you know, they case the joint and see the guy and his wife leave at 7. They don't come back till 5. They took all the meat out of the freezer even, let alone everything else in the house. But they literally took the meat out of the freezer.
Well, that sounds like people that did that crap to Roger.
Yep, and they had all the time in the world because, you know, they pulled around the backyard of the house and you couldn't see it from the street. And I'm talking, you know, one house every 2 or 3 square miles or so.
That's why it's good to be good friends with your neighbors. You know, they keep an eye on your shit.
You know,
there were no neighbors. That's the part. He lived out in the country. There weren't any neighbors. You couldn't see another house from his house.
I got 2 things to say to all of this. That's 100. You're 100% right, Eric. I can't believe I said that, but you gotta be friends with your neighbors. You gotta get a relationship going with them because you don't know what's going to happen, whether it's, you know, a flood or a tornado or a rash of robberies. You know, you're going to want somebody's Ring doorbell cam footage. It's better to be friends with your neighbors than not.
Yep, I live on the dead end street too, so it works even better.
Yeah, and also, I know more people that live out in the country that got robbed than I do in the city, and that ain't no joke.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yep. Because they know they live in the city, they don't really have nothing out in the country. They have stuff.
You tell me that ain't country. They stole a cigarette and rolls of bologna. Heck
I
yeah,
think
they
it
did.
has. I think it has a lot more to do with meth than that, Eric.
Yeah.
Jody, what's weird is that I'll pull up in my driveway, get out, lock my van up, but the house will be unlocked. We can go off, stay going all day long, and we won't
Yep.
lock it. And one day I came home, and me and wife, and I said, "Dang, front door standing open." And so I told her, I said, "You stay in the van." I pulled my gun and I walked in looking around. I said, "Come on in." Everything's all right. She goes, "Well, somebody here?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "They stole our lunch meat." Said the bread's open, the mayonnaise is sitting out. My son went in there and fixed him a sandwich for work and shut the door.
Yep. And the other thing, if
Jody, they'll take anything they can sell. If they can get like a big old roll of bologna to sell, they're gonna sell it.
Make things about like that. Heck yeah.
$20. You know how the T-shirt says $20 is $20.
If you go to the crack house and bring it in there, the dealer dude's like, "Oh hell yeah, I'll put that in the fridge. How much you want for it?" Yeah.
Hey man, them thieves get hungry too. They got to eat as they go.
The ones selling the crack ain't doing the crack, so they're eating regular.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Leroy, good morning.
What's up, Lee?
Cigarettes.
Speaking of crack,
Good morning, buddy.
Speaking of crack, there's Leroy.
I'd buy a stolen boner. We used to hang out in this bar that was probably a half mile to a mile from the low end in Muncie.
Isn't that called sex trafficking?
And there used to be people coming there all the time with shit to sell that was hot. And I'd be like, "Where'd you steal this at?" "Over in Anderson." I'm like, "Oh, okay. As long as you didn't steal it here in town."
I'm still laughing about brothers of erectile dysfunction.
Yeah.
That's still.
Yeah, Jody started that. That's fun.
I think it's funny. I can see him spilling the cigarettes, but I'd have went for the ham instead of the bologna, but that's just me.
Oh, you
But
got that.
it is Tennessee. That bologna is probably worth more because you can have fried bologna for breakfast, a bologna sandwich for lunch, and you can make some ham salad with the bologna for dinner. They call it ham salad, but it's actually made with bologna. Stuff you buy at the store.
Hey, Benoit ladies, good morning. Life, Betsy, bologna, and cigarettes.
Yep, I can see it.
You left
Yep, drugs will make you do stupid crap. That's all I can say.
I'm just glad I made it to this old now, so I'm over worrying about anything.
Yeah, I don't worry about stuff like I used to unless it's family.
Yep, exactly, 100%.
That pretty sunrise there, it's got.
Yep. Let me look out here and see. Yep, it's starting over here too. He's about 2 hours east of me. I always tell people the best part about being old is doing life isn't really that long anymore. You get sentenced to life after 60, you might be there 20 years.
I don't even want to spend a weekend in prison.
I agree, but I'm just saying.
I'd rather spend a weekend in prison than a weekend in county, I tell you that.
Yeah, that's what I hear too, that the jail's worse than prison.
I got fishing buddies that spent like 90 days in jail and said it's the most boringest 90 days they ever spent.
Yeah.
He says he must have read the back of a shampoo bottle 20 times. He was so bored.
Yeah.
Stale biscuits and old oranges is what they'd get for breakfast.
Yeah, I'd lose some weight at least.
They're talking about ramen noodles. I'll mess up some ramen noodles.
I might have lived.
Oh man, that's big currency in the county or in prison.
Yep.
Old ramen.
I might have lived on them at one time. Right after my divorce, when I realized I didn't really know how to cook much. If it wasn't on a grill, I didn't really know how to cook it.
No joke, Benoit, man. I'm telling you, I'll put hot dogs in there and cheese if I got it. Sausage, leftover ham or beef or something. You throw it all in there. It's all good.
Some better cheddars and get you some fire packets from Taco Bell.
There you go. I usually get the spicy ramen. That's the stuff I like.
I lived up in Wisconsin. They had the quick trips. Do they have them where you're at? More quick trip?
Oh, they do north of here.
Yep. They used to have 2 hot dogs and a 32-ounce Mountain Dew, fountain Mountain Dew for like $2 or something. And I lived up there. We were building fiber and kind of lived, 4 days on the road and 3 days home. And that was my meal 2 times a day, was 2 hot dogs and a fountain Mountain Dew.
Yep, oatmeal and ramen.
Yeah, that were my meals, $4 a day plus tax.
Oatmeal for breakfast, ramen for lunch and dinner.
Oh man, it's already 6 o'clock. All right, fellas, I gotta step down. I gotta get like 3 hours of sleep before I gotta go to the hospital. So
Oh crap, you ain't been to bed yet?
no, I fell asleep right after Catfish
Yeah.
Weekly. I got up at like 2:30 in the morning, went out in the garage, poured a bunch of jigs, came
Yeah.
over here. Now I get a couple more hours before I gotta go and be there when they discharge my dad. So
Yeah, I got woke up at like 2 and then at 3:30 I think it was, and I almost stayed up at 3:30. No, I lay back down for a while.
All right, Mark, you have a good duck dream.
all right, fellas, you
Hey,
too.
Mark.
See, Mark,
Eric,
you know what? They have cookbooks
stop
now.
at that gas station up ahead. They got them gas station boner pills for you, bud.
I don't need them.
Mm-hmm. That's not what Jody told us.
I'll message you in private, Mark, about that.
No, thank you. Right after I get off screen, I'm blocking you on Facebook.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
there you go, man. It didn't take
I
much.
still have your phone number. I got it off that building at Pickle Park.
See you, Benoit, ladies. Have
Oh,
a
he
good
left.
Tuesday.
Yeah, he gone.
Tomorrow we'll talk about ramen recipes. Everybody look one up today, and we'll discuss the different ramen recipes we came up with. I'll write that down. I'll put that in the headline of tomorrow's show. Ramen recipes. There we go. Hopefully I'll remember that.
See you, Mark.
I got the diesel heater thing written down because I've heard of those before.
It broke on Monday. Yeah, I understand that. Been there a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Paid on Friday, broke on Monday, and hope I paid some of the bills before I got broke. Yeah, I've been there. And Mark, I hope your dad's all right when it comes time to check him out, brother. And pay real close attention to what they tell you about the discharge stuff, because I always forget what they tell me when I bring dad home. And mom would have to call them to find out what they said because I wouldn't ever remember. Yeah, they were, John. People nowadays have no idea how much fun the 80s were. I would go back and live the 80s again in a heartbeat.
As they say, know what you know now. Oh yeah, I definitely
Oh,
would.
yeah. Well, if I knew what I knew now, you kidding me? Heck yeah. But the 80s, man, it was just, the 70s, you had the early 70s, you had all the disruption from the Vietnam War and everything. And then through the late 70s, it was all recovering and mellowing out from that. And then through the 80s, it was just, Katie, let the good times roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun then. Well, the early 80s I spent in Germany. Then I come home in December of 86, which was 87 then, and started, my civilian life. Yeah, that's the other part, John. Stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning drinking and get up the next day 3 hours later and go to work. Yep. That was the best thing I learned in the military was, you never called in sick. There wasn't no such thing. But I don't know about you. I hit about late 30s, 40 or so that my hangovers started lasting longer. The longer they lasted, the less I started drinking until it got to almost non-existent now.
Why do you think John does the other stuff?
Exactly. Yep.
You
Well,
don't get a hangover off of that.
my big problem with alcohol is I got the gene that once I start, I don't quit until it's time for me to pass out. You know what I mean?
Not
So
me. I'm not into drinking.
I know going in, if I have the first drink, that I'm going to get drunk. And the next day, actually the next 3 days, I'm going to feel horrible. And that reminds me why I don't do it anymore. And it takes about 2 years or so before I forget again.
Yeah, them nickel traff was pure green beer, man.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, beer on Tuesdays. Yeah, I drank every day for a lot of years, from the time I got out of
I
business until I don't know how long.
I still don't get how people can get up and start drinking. I've never been able to do that.
I worked with a guy. We were in our late 20s, maybe might have been 30 years old, but I don't think so. And this dude got up every morning and his hands shook until he had a drink. And I mean, this dude was my age, and I was like, man, dude, you got to get some help. I'm all right. He went to bed, or when he got home every night, when he got home, he had a half pint of whiskey for in the morning time. And the guy was a great worker. I mean, he was at work every day and worked his butt off. And I knew another guy I worked with a cable company, had been there, I think, 8 or 9 years when I hired in there, and had never missed a day of work. And I guarantee this dude drinks a 12-pack of beer every night and cases on the weekends, and never missed a day of work. He is what you classify as a functioning alcoholic. Can you hear that? Listen, Tilly snore. Never mind, she quit. That figures. Get me in a bar with a dance floor and so on. And that's the best way to be able to pick up women when you're young, is be able to dance, man. I couldn't dance, but my brother and them, they could. This was back in the disco times.
Yeah, I can just imagine John probably had a pro back then.
Yep. I can remember when I stopped drinking and sitting there on a Friday and thinking, well, what do people do on Friday nights who don't drink? Because I had no idea. Because like you, John, just said, we went out every weekend to the bar every weekend and hung out. But that was just what people done here, in my area. In Wisconsin was worse. I shoot, there was a bar on 2 or 3 bars on every corner in Wisconsin.
Again, you're headed back out again. Wow. Can't get enough.
I ain't had a haircut since April of '88.
Poor Nate didn't marry next week.
I'm one of them, if my hair gets too long, especially in the summertime, and I can't get in, or my cousin can't get here to cut my hair, I'll just go in and get the shavers, and just take it off. I don't care.
And sometimes I grow, sometimes I just like an nail wrong, just take it off.
Worst part was Dad's, man. His hair grew in so many funny directions. It was the hardest thing to do, is shave his head.
Missed that on that clean cut, didn't you?
The judge never looked up at you. Yep.
Dixon head to the river. Tell me what you want to do.
Lawyer, oh yeah, lawyer told you to get a haircut. Yep. The judge never even looked up. That figures. I looked at that lawyer and said, "You're a dead man." We walk out of here. I cut my beautiful hair off. Good morning, Chadwick.
Poor Chad.
Chad, one of my favorite people. When he's asleep, but he just don't sleep enough's the problem. Yeah, see, I never had speeding tickets. I wasn't gonna give my money to the government. If I
Good
didn't,
morning, Chadwick. How was fishing this weekend?
if I wanted to go fast, I went racing.
I think I might have had 4 or 5 speed tickets in my life.
Damn, in 11 and 3 years, you're lucky you had a license.
One.
You're up there in
Speeding
the Joki's
ticket.
category.
Nope, no speeding ticket. Seatbelt, run a stop sign. I think that's it.
Yep. I had a
No
seat
speeding.
belt, but it's not a ticket, it's a violation.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then
I
I
was
had
worried. You still get a seatbelt if you take, the shoulder strap and put it behind your back. It's
yeah,
still improperly wearing your seatbelt, so it's still a
yeah.
ticket.
And then I had one ticket disregarding an automatic signal, and I still say the light was yellow. But the cop sitting at the intersection going north and south said the light was red. So I kind of lost on that one.
Yeah, your word versus his. And he's a
Yeah,
law enforcement officer, so they're going to believe him.
100%.
Boy, Chad, J Dog was on fire yesterday, catching them catfish left and right, man.
Yeah, he did catch a
One
few.
dude don't want to mess with Chad.
Yep, he definitely caught a few. I only seen three
Yeah,
or four of them,
yep.
but
I've told you guys numerous times once 1154 hits, Eric is no longer available.
why is that when the gay network comes on?
Yeah. No, that's when Pat McAfee comes on, buddy.
Yeah, I know. I'm just fucking with you. Or
Yeah,
messing
I
with
sent you that deal, Eric. If you check your text messages, I was just messing with you.
you.
I care less.
It was funny though.
You guys think I'm mad because I ain't backstage with you guys. I care less.
No, we wouldn't, buddy. We knew you had a reason, or you'd been there.
Well, when I got the invite from you, I was in the middle of paying someone $129 for some sketching software that I wasn't real happy about having to do. So you definitely didn't want me up there yesterday afternoon.
No, Chad. Sambo caught one. J Dog caught all the rest of them. Sambo was heck with that man yesterday. Let's see this across my lap. Well, Jody, you ain't but 4 foot nothing. You put your seatbelt on to be like this.
John, quit correcting my grammar, you.
4.45.
I couldn't care less. I could care less. Same difference. If you come from here, you know what the hell I meant.
Lies and slander, Rustic. Well, if you say so.
When I was watching, Sambo was catching them. They were on his side, and then I think I seen one on J Dog's side, and then I had to go make a phone call.
Yeah, Sambo caught one, and then he got a few bites. He missed some. Old J Dog missed a monster yesterday. It went down. He went to cranking on it. He could feel it, and then his line, his hook line, it's always more pounds, higher test. Snapped that line right into. And I was like, oh my goodness.
Really?
Yeah,
The leader line?
yeah, it snapped it.
No kidding.
He said it was a big one.
Somebody ought to give him a hard time for not having his drag set right. Just saying.
That's the problem with his reels. He don't keep drag on them.
Yep, that's my problem. I wouldn't know what to do if I hooked one big like that besides back the drag off real quick before the line broke, hopefully. Other than that, it'd be like, okay, I'm just going to hold on here and hope he gets tired.
Yeah, they would catch them pretty good until he had to leave and go pick up Mason, I think. But
Yep. What, 2 o'clock or something, wasn't it?
yeah,
Yep, I remember. I watched till 2 now that you mention it.
yep.
Because it was after I got done making the phone call I didn't want to make.
I guess the slanders and lies.
I'm with you, John. Okay, never mind. I couldn't care less whether you said it or not.
Well, if I had your number, Chad, I would add you to it. But I don't have your number.
You a big fine mamba, won't you back that drag
J
up?
Dog couldn't even beat Rustic or Eric in a 1v1.
Ooh, I know you must. The
Beat me.
gauntlet,
I can't catch fish. I'm telling you.
gauntlet has been thrown down. I need to take J Dog out and carp fish because he said he never carp fishes, and I'm like, he said there was a bunch of them in that Licking River. I was like, dude, let's get on them then. I wouldn't know where to look for him out on the river, but
The thing is, you think he could beat Chad?
yep, that's the question.
There you go. 1v1. J Dog versus Chad.
I'll be your Joey Chad. Now I'm going to get a text and how I'm number one with J Dog here before long. What time is he up yet? Let's see.
I'm the water buggy
7:25. Yep.
in the water. Hey, 336. Good morning. Yeah, if I had Chad's number, I would have sent him the link, let him come in and watch.
See how people actually catch fish, you mean? After
He said, not me. I can't catch fish, so I don't say nothing about that.
I
Nobody
don't
else.
know what I've got to do today. There's my your number one text just came in.
So, man, I thought Licking River was like Pickle Park till I found out it was a real place.
Let's see what I got today. I'm pretty sure I'll, yep.
When I'm at work
Number
too
one.
long.
I love you too, J Dog. You know that I do.
Oh, that's
Man,
right. Chad can't go fishing till he gets done with that fishing league stuff.
yeah, I messed up the case on my phone. I got to get a phone case. And they didn't have one at Wally World yesterday to fit it. I had to get one from Amazon, I reckon, which we can probably do while we're sitting here discussing stuff. Really? I don't want one with no, I don't want anything with no crap on the back of it.
I'll be right back, Buggy.
All right, I'd really rather like I would like an otter box. Mm. Anybody ever had an otter box phone case? You know what I'm talking about? The first one of those I ever seen was I stopped at a gas station and a group of people were riding on the motorcycles and they pulled in and we're sitting there waiting, and then another bike come in about 3 or 4 minutes later, and they had an iPhone on the holder on the handlebars with an otter box, and that phone fell off that bike at 60 miles an hour and was perfectly fine. I was like, yeah, I'll probably have to get one of them. But they're awful proud of them. Compared to other ones you can buy for a quarter as much, but do they offer as much? I got to have the drop protection because I drop my phone a lot. Yeah. So we gotta look around here and see what we can find. I don't want to spend that much on I don't want to spend OtterBox money on it. Oh, you got someone to help you drag? What did you bring in a ringer like maybe Bobcat or something?
I sent it.
Morning, Rowdy. How are you, buddy? What'd you send? That?
You'll find out.
You know you sent that?
Good morning, Rowdy. Morning, JG. I got a helper for the tournament this Saturday. It's a dragging one. Now I don't know if he can get it because it would only let me send it in Messenger.
I'm gonna have to turn the heat down. It's getting a little warm in here, actually.
Oh, give me some more coffee.
Morning, JG. How are you, buddy? It's good to see you today. Mhm. Mhm. Oh man, I am wrong. What's everybody gonna do today? I need detailed plans.
Jody will be on my channel. I tried to trade her, but couldn't get anyone to take her. Me, just cleaning up in the house. That's all I'm gonna do. It's too cold outside. It's 26 degrees.
Yep, I agree. I think I'm gonna run to the nursing home today.
Yes, Jody.
I got a whole house full of people snoring now. Dog, mom, everybody. I don't know what I've done to deserve this life.
Yeah, Jody used the same leaders. Unless you put 100 pound on there.
Y'all got to quit. You're killing me. Oh, the asleep part. Yeah, that's just one of my sayings that pops out without any thought. I'm sorry, Chad.
What?
Nothing.
None.
Call you RuPaul.
Gorilla Glass and Otterbox. Made my phone on up.
Gorilla Glass, yeah. And OtterBox, exactly, Rowdy. Those are your phone will be protected for sure. You know, I very rarely put one of those covers on my screen cover thing. You know what I mean? And for some reason, I do pretty good not getting my screen scratched up. I'm always conscious of that. You know what I mean? I don't want my I'm always thinking about like if you lay your phone down, I'm always conscious of laying it with the screen up, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's not to, because I remember, man, my girlfriends, her daughters, I don't know how they were so hard on their phones, man. And that was back when if you had the insurance, you could get a new phone for about anything with no questions asked. You know what I'm saying? And they, they eventually put not a stop, but made it harder. You know, you can only do one time a year or something like that, I guess. Well, do I want to pay the money for an OtterBox or do I just want to buy a cheap one? Damn. I don't want to pay the money for an OtterBox, I'll be honest with you. Oh, I know what I can look for. It's what I was thinking about. Da-da-da, because they're waterproof. Because having something waterproof is really, really not a bad idea. But I don't see what I'm looking for. I was looked at a body glove one yesterday, like the old surfing. Oh, I can't think what I'm thinking. There we go. And they don't have any. Interesting. Huh. Wonder if Walmart's got the lockdown on them or something. Cell phone in 94, no kidding.
Yeah, Jody, I'm surprised you gave me you hooks. I haven't had hooks on my channel hardly at all.
I had a pager back then, probably.
Man, I didn't even have a cell phone until the 2000s. Didn't care to have one.
No, me neither, exactly. I didn't get my first smartphone. I had a Nokia up until 2000, what, 5 or 6, I reckon? Something like that. And I resisted getting a smartphone for a long time. Yeah, planning is I can do the planning part. Actually getting the sequence in action and stuff, I'm not real good about, but I can plan it.
Buggy can plan it, have everything loaded up in the vehicle. All he's got to do is go out there, sit down, start it up, and go, and he'd still be an hour late.
I've been an hour late and forget something. I always forget something, have to turn around and come back.
Yeah.
Literally every time I leave the house, that happens.
He said one day, he said, I'll be right back, guys. I said, I gotta go to the store right quick, give me some Red Bull. And there was me, and I think a couple more told him, said, don't forget your wallet. And what did he do? He got almost there and turned around and go back home and get his wallet.
Yep, sure. And that's happened more than once. The
Hey,
worst
Don,
part is when you get up to the counter and you got everything rung up and then you reach for your back pocket and you're like, oh man.
I mean, a couple of, don't forget your wallet now, get your wallet. And he gets almost there and turn around and go back and shoot,
Yep.
I forgot my wallet. I know what he done. He grabbed his wallet, went back over to his desk, set it down for a second, was go grab something else, and turn around and walked and kind of picked the wallet back up. He doesn't know where he stuck it.
Mm-hmm.
Look, he has sticky notes everywhere. Yeah.
Okay, what's up with this one here? Something's going on with that phone case for $5. What is it?
Well, Eric's got plenty of traffic this morning.
Yeah, yep. Okay, there we go. Drop protection, camera in the screen guard, 360-degree protection, precision based cutouts, and it's $5. I think we got that sold. Let's see what happens.
Trying to get trash cans to be digging up the stuff by the time I get them.
Yeah, I got sticky notes everywhere and I don't know where they're at. I actually had what I was supposed to buy yesterday on a sticky note, and I got in Walmart and realized I forgot it in the car.
Man, back when I had my welding shop and my bait shop in the same building over in my office, I had sticky notes everywhere.
Yep, you and me both. Well, I got that whiteboard from when I was doing Dad's medicine that I kept track of his medicine each day. And it's actually got it's actually a calendar. It's got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and you can just write in the month and the dates. And I'm going to use it for my appraisals because for some reason, this new computer doesn't have the calendar on the toolbar or taskbar at the bottom. You can't get, because on my other one had a an icon. I could click on it and the calendar would pop up, and whatever I put in there would automatically go in my phone and everything else. Well, this one doesn't have that.
Like Uncle Luke, busy, 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 busy.
I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Man, back when I was a teenager, we had a bunch of trees right against the house. He cut them all down, and I had to dig every one of them stumps out and cut them out of there.
Ooh, stump grinders. Now, when does that say I'm going to get it? What's the date today? The 3rd. In a week? Are you kidding me? I can't wait that long. That's too long for an Amazon product. Let's go back here and find something we can get a little sooner. Let's see here. Let's see. When is the 8th? What's the date today? The 3rd. That's 5 days. That's too far out for an Amazon product. Get out of here. Ain't happening. Yeah, I had these shrubs in my yard, in my house, the first house I bought or whatever. Those green shrub things. And I have no idea what these things were, but we had a 3/4 ton Ford 4-wheel drive truck with big tires and log chains and could not pull them out of the ground. We literally had to cut them off at ground level and then grind them up. They were those green kind of shrubs with like I don't know, not needle shaped, but little like almost blades. I can't explain it, but anyway, it sucked. I know that because I had 3 of them I had to take out where you pulled in the driveway because they run up beside the driveway, and you had to go around them to get in the yard, and it kind of opened the yard up a little bit. And this stuff delivered way too far out. Well, I gotta have something be delivered like a couple days. All that shit's stupid right there. And that one doesn't even give you a delivery day. Let's go here. It doesn't even let me click on Prime, does it? And go back one. And they ain't even got what I'm looking for.
John's one of them guys that you watch on YouTube, climbs the ladder, goes cut the limb, ladder kicks out from under you.
Oh man, yeah, nope. One led to another. Yeah, I ruined a blade cutting them shrubs. And I didn't even know a thing about stump grinders back then. Hell, I was young. I was in my late 20s. And I had never even heard of a stump grinder, so I didn't know they existed. So I'm out there with an axe, trying to chop it up. And the guy's like, man, dude, why don't you get a stump grinder? I'm like, the hell is that? He said, I got at the rental place. I'm like, really? And it sure made my whole life better. Where's the Amazon Prime? Am I signed in? Yeah, I'm signed in.
Seen that one video where on YouTube where that guy cutting them limbs he was standing on the limb. He was cutting. He was tied off to the limb above him. And he went on the other side of it and cut the big limb down that he was standing on. Well, he started dangling down. Everybody was cheering, yeah, yeah, yeah. And all of a sudden, his rope. Yep, there goes his legs.
Yeah, left the ladder and climbed up the tree. That's always a good one. That's when you break the cameras out and start filming.
I'm gonna go rent me one of them extendable arm man lift things and raise myself up, start cutting.
But Don, I usually have things to do every day, and I have for the last, I don't know, since Dad got cancer. It seems like. And usually it's something to do for someone else and not myself.
Hey, Glue, Buggy, what phone did you get?
I got a S23 FE Samsung. I liked it actually. I had one before and I liked it enough. I just went ahead and got another one instead of the S24. Oh, I know why it's got a couple days out on delivery, because it's Christmas time. I remember now. What was I thinking? See what this one. I don't even care what it looks like. I just want a damn phone case. I can get a pink one for $7. Wonder why they're so cheap.
Uncle Lou said, well, crap. Uncle Lou didn't get that one.
Why? What you need? I got other phones, but they're not worth anything. They're cheap ones that I got mom and dad that time.
Hard would be the answer, I imagine. Doesn't drop, dead stop. Hey, that ain't no turning lane. What are you doing?
Did it knock your breath out, John, when you hit the ground?
I imagine it did.
Yep, that's the worst part. I don't care about breaking the bones. That knocking your breath out and you go. That's the worst. You feel like you're dying. What is today? Tuesday? Damn, I can't believe they can't get nothing here till Monday.
All day, Buggy, all day. Ooh, I got a message. Let's see here. Better not mess with J Dog, Chad. I'm telling you. You on the river yet?
I say J Dog says he's headed down the river.
I was already knocked out. I woke up dreaming.
Yeah, I reckon that one will do.
Uh-oh. Oh, I thought we was heading down in this country somewhere. He turned around. Heck, I missed my turn. Heck, it. Uh-oh. I know what time it is.
Saw stayed running all the way to the ground. Heck yeah, that's a good saw. What'd you do? Take a pee break right there?
Smoke break.
I'll bet you that's what he's doing.
Yep. Yeah, he just showed you what he was doing.
Yeah.
Go in front of the truck so we can watch it.
Dual air protective, heavy duty, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't say nothing about waterproof. I guess if you're going to get waterproof, you're going to pay over $20 for it. But I ain't doing that. Are you kidding me? I thought I was signed in. No wonder it wouldn't show me Prime. I got to figure out every time I go to sign into something, this little box pops up and says like Windows security or whatever, enter your passcode. And I can't figure out how to shut the darn thing off. I spent probably an hour yesterday trying to figure it out, and I was like, oh, well, I guess it wasn't meant to be.
Wasn't meant to be.
Let's see.
Meant to be.
4, 9, 6, 5, 5, 7. And I keep clicking don't require that on this browser, but it still does it for some reason. Worst thing ever happens when things like Amazon and them had to start collecting taxes for your state. Because for a long time, you could buy that stuff tax free.
Sun's up.
Stagger the shed and lit a cigarette. About second draw, I knew something was up with my arm, let alone the ribs.
Morning, Ernie.
Morning. How are you, buddy? Well, I reckon we might as well place this order because we need one. Because I checked at Five Below and they didn't have any Samsung cases. All they had was Apple stuff. So I gotta have one.
Yeah, broken rib ain't fun, man. You can't hardly do nothing. I bruised mine one time. Shit, I wasn't even able to throw out a fishing pole if it bruised. Hurt so bad.
Let's see. I never broke any ribs, but I thought I broke my collarbone one time. My brother had a bucket full of water balloons, and I was on my little dirt bike riding circles around the backyard, and he was throwing water balloons at me. And one hit me in the face, and I couldn't see, and I run into the garage, and the handlebar hit me up in the collarbone area, and I thought for sure it was broke. And we were trying to figure out how not to tell mom and dad what happened.
I've never seen it.
Split wood till I hurt. For me, that takes about 10 minutes. I'm glad it didn't happen during deer season. Yeah, and with ribs, they can't do much about it, can they? But tape it up.
I don't even think they tape them up anymore.
They probably don't. They probably give you some kind of elastic thing that stretches around or whatever. You know what I mean? Compression type thing or something. I don't even know if they do that still. I'm just assuming. Crap. I ain't got a case on my phone, so I'm going to have to be real careful for the next few days, unless I got one in this drawer right here. And that's always a possibility, knowing me. What we got right here? Nope, that's not it. I don't know what that one goes to. What we got right here? That's a phone. Nope. I don't think this one fits my phone. Well, it might. Oh, yeah. Lucky mama stayed around. With that working and having 3 months off ain't bad, is it? Okay, let's see if we can figure out what we got here. I don't think this one fits my phone, no. I honestly don't. But we'll check it out. I could be mistaken. Tape causes pneumonia. I did not know this. Come on, man. Why you gotta be difficult? There you go. Don't be such a big pain in my buttocks. If this one, no, there's no way that fits this phone. Let me see. All right. Well, I don't know. Yeah, no way. This phone's too long. I don't know what that was for. Bummer. I'm already sore. Didn't want to mess with the wood. Yeah, I'll bet it was, John, actually. Yep. Sure would, wouldn't it? And it's pretty good deer hunting there in the Carolinas, ain't it? I don't know much about it. I haven't done much deer hunting, if any. I don't know why I never have. All my buddies did. I just never did. Well, shoot. That sucks. Would have been nice had that one fit until the new one came. Because I'm pretty sure I ordered this one thinking it was for this phone also, but evidently it wasn't. Hunted in the mountains of VA in North Carolina. Yep. Yep, there ain't no way that fits anywhere near this piece of shit. Well, I better keep it. Someone may need it. If I knew what it went to anyway. Seeing how it's got that thing on the back there, this kickstand thing. Well, what they don't tell you, when you go to put that in one of them holders, like up in your dash or whatever, that thing right there sticks out too far and it don't want to go in all the way. So just helping someone out if you buy a case, don't have nothing on the back like that. If you put it up on your mount, like on the, phone holder thing in your car. Oh, I forgot I was going to turn that heat down. Shit, I'm sweating. Oh, it's a little frosty out there. Not like yesterday, though. Whew, I almost made the mistake and walked by there with my shirt raised up, rubbing my belly. That would have scared everybody in here. I would have lost my whole crowd of 19 people. And 2 thumbs up. Telling him my thumbs up, man. Come on. You want me to be one of them guys that says that shit over and over? It's so annoying. Make sure you hit my thumbs up and share it out. I try not to be that guy. But I ain't never gonna get more than 19 or 20 people come in and watch if people don't know about this quality program. Catawba County. I like it. I like the sound of it. Yeah, JG Hill, I heard about that. I'm telling you, dude, he's killing everyone with Starlink, and then now these phones. And from the way I understand it, it's unlimited data, fast data, and it's like reasonably priced. I mean, the guy's smart. You want to sell 1 billion phones, give somebody some good service with a reasonable price, and you'll put everybody out. I forget what I pay AT&T a month, but it ain't good.
Morning, 205.
And the only reason, good morning 205, the only reason I still have AT&T is because I'm too lazy to switch. Because I've had AT&T for 20 some years probably. But yeah, I heard the same thing.
Yeah, I seen a week ago where Elon come out and said he's got a new phone. Forgot what he calls it, but
Who's that?
Elon Musk got a new phone. I seen that
Yeah,
last
that's what we were just
week.
talking about. That's what it says. CATAWBA. Catawba. What do you call it?
Well, it's like in the area where I live at, if they don't put a tower up here, it ain't worth crap.
Yep. Well, no, his is all satellite. It doesn't run off towers. That like the Skylink stuff. You can get signal anywhere. Catawba. Where's the T at in that?
Be like this network and stuff. Big storm come up, you can't get signal.
Yeah. Okay, I see. Catawba. All right, Catawba. Same difference. Catawba. Got it. I'll never remember it, but I got it. I like the way I said it better anyway. Sounded better. Yeah, but I dig Elon Musk, man. This guy, he's so on it. because he has FU money. In the interview where they were talking about the advertisers or whatever going to leave Twitter because he took it over or whatever, and he said, "What are you telling me that you're going to blackmail me over money? I don't care about money." You know what I say to that? And he gave them all the finger as advertisers. Fuck you. And I was like, I like this dude already. Indian tribe name. Oh, okay. That's cool. My great grandmother was full-blooded Cherokee Indian. Uh-oh. See, there's something up with my laptop. The procedure entry point ZE driver get extension functions address could not be located in the dynamic link library. I don't even know what a dynamic link library is. Windows hardware diagnostic, Windows 2, Intel. Oh, well, if it quits working, it quits working.
Buggy is third slap a hoe.
Third slap a hoe. I'm a third slap a hoe. I like it. I'm a third slap a hoe. Actually, my great grandmother's Cherokee Indian. I got a book somewhere about it. I don't even know where I put it at, but it.
Welcome to the Windows, Bug. I hate that mess.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, JG. I wish I would have got on the Apple bandwagon back in the day, but I just had an issue with them having this platform an operating system that I couldn't go, for instance, to say something that had Windows and bring it in and use it. You know what I mean? It just seemed to rub me the wrong way. It's like, don't make it so exclusive that I can't run other programs on it. Did you, Ernie? Yeah. But that's what drives me crazy about Apple is they made it so exclusive where you couldn't run other things, other programs and stuff on it. And me being the freedom kind of free information, free speech and stuff guy, I don't know, it just rubbed me wrong. Let's go look in here real quick. What are you doing, little guy? Laying all up there in the bed and everything. He's a good puppy. Oh, goodness gracious. Sun's up. Gonna be, ooh. And it's shining right in here, too, ain't it? I may have to close that blind. Don't look at that sun, it'll blind a guy.
Yeah, it's coming up here, getting broader.
There's the book I was talking about, my grandmother. 100-Year Journey. By Kimberly Adams Watts, as told by Pauline Isabel Cantrell. You can see she looks like an Indian. Oh, you can't see it. There you go. But yeah, and they was, I never thought about it much, but what would have been my great grandpa or whatever married an Indian woman living in the foothills of Kentucky back then. Yeah, I never read this before, but I got a couple copies of it. And I've seen them online for, I don't know, like $50 or something like that. This one here's got stuff on it, but I got some of them that are somewhere that are in good condition. But yeah, I got some Indian blood in me. You want some? Or I said that wrong. I got some Indian in me. Do you want some?
What Buggy's trying to say, folks, is that he's got a little Indian in him. Do you want a little Indian in you?
Exactly. Just, let's see.
My great grandmother was Cherokee Indian. She married an Irishman, and she had several kids. Man, half of them looked like Indian, the other half looked like Irish, redheaded.
Those on Windows. See, drives me nuts. Yeah. Yeah, Windows is so susceptible to hacking. That's one thing you got to give Apple credit for, man. Their stuff's tight. I mean, hell, the police can't even open them. I hope it gets paid good. I got a call to drive the Browns to the Super Bowl. Well, that may be a while.
That'd be the only way they could.
Oh, I know, JG Hill. I just found that out too. That pisses me. And for years, when we were installing the computers in our office, okay, each box of computers came, and each box had a Windows Office CD in it. It's Windows, God, I don't know, Windows, I'm wanting to say 91 or somewhere, 94 or something like that. I don't remember the year, but anyway, we would open the computer, and most of the text just carried one disk around and stuck it in every computer. So I just grabbed one out of one of the boxes and took it home, and I loaded that on my PC and had it for 20 years. I just could never update it. You know what I mean? And I had a separate PDF writer. And now I gotta be able to convert my appraisal reports to PDF. And I like to save my like my list, for instance, of all my passwords for all my lenders. I have on a file that's a Word file. Well, I can't. I'm like you. They want me to pay monthly for it, and I'm not going to do it. But it did come with a program called, let's see, LIBRE Office, and it's kind of a copy of Windows, of Windows. It's got a Write document, which is like Word, a calc spreadsheet, which is like Excel. So at least I've got something, and I think it converts my Word files into its format. And if it works okay, then I'm not even going to worry about getting Office again. They can kiss my butt. I guess maybe they didn't count on people like me and you who are going to keep it forever when we buy the package, you know, because you used to be, you had to go like to, well, like Best Buy or something and buy it, you know, when it came with a CD and you put it in and it installed everything, then you had to register it. Well, if you've done all that, why should you have to buy a new one now? And I think that's what my appraisal software people are trying to do also, is convert it to where instead of paying once a year for everything, you pay monthly, which sucks. You want to go out, my little dude? Come on. You ain't been out hardly any this morning, have you? Go get your buddy. All right, you're killing me. Now I got to wait. Come on.
Hey, temps dropped plumb down to 24 now.
There's no need to do the combat crawl. Get over here. Where's Tilly at? Is she coming with you, huh? Your buddy coming with you or no? Huh? Come on in, let's go. I'm tired of standing here. My toes are getting cold by the door. You're killing me. Come here, you know. Red, ain't you something? Huh? Ain't you something? Combat crawling across the floor like that. Who on earth do you think you are? Woo! Feel that air come in there? Yeah, I would have thought twice also. Looks at that frost on that grass. I'm glad it's you that has to poop out there and not me. Little guy's more of an outdoor dog than the big dog is. Little guy will go out there and hang out. I just wonder if my neighbors can hear him bark at 3 in the morning.
If they're awake, they probably do.
Well, they're kind of far over, so I don't know.
Well, you know, sound travels further than that.
I'm betting he's had a lot of Indian in him. Do you get that down at Pickle Park, the Indian section? They had their own section down there, do they? I'll bet he's put a lot of Indian in other people. Where you at, Eric? Some Old Town. Fried potatoes. No, man. Ernie, you're killing me. Did you put any onions in it? Mr. Crawley, that's a cool name. My cat's named Max, short for Maximilian. I did have one cat I named Thunderhead Hawkins from a Hank Jr. song. It's my protein shake. I usually give mine first thing in the morning when I get up. I'll give him a little dish with some milk in it, not much. And that's just why I'm getting this cat food dish. Now, him and the little dog's got in the habit in the evening time. I feed the dogs soft food in the evening time, and they eat hard food the rest of the time. But the cat and the dog, if the little dog got to where they switch, when I set the cat's dish down and the little dogs, they both walk up, smell their dishes, and then they switch. And the dog eats the cat food and the cat eats the dog food I give. So I'm telling you right now, if I bought just one kind, neither of them would eat it. Oh, you back, buddy? I'll write it in. What's all that white stuff on my deck? Is that frost? Is it cold out there, buddy? Yes, it was, Dad. See, down you liking this. You're going to have to get me some boots and all kinds of stuff. We ain't having this. You go out there. He's a good boy. He's a good puppy today. Who's the best dog in this room at this very moment? That would be you. Yes. I know. Come on up here if you want to come up here. Make that into it, huh? Well, you got Boogie out. Come here, let me fix it for you. There you go. Come on, you come up here for a while. You're cold. I get you all warm. Say, get me warm, Dad. It's cold out there today. Say, it's cold out there today. Say, hello, everybody. F you. I'm a pain in the butt, and I don't like none of you. That's right. Say, I don't like people, Dad. Where's J-Dog at?
On the river fishing, I guess.
I got a text that he was heading there. I figured it'd be a little bit later than this, maybe not. Because they were catching them at what, about 11 or so yesterday? 11?
Oh, they were catching them since they've been out there.
Yeah, but I mean, when, well,
When
yeah,
you
2
when you
o'clock.
come in, they moved spots.
Yeah, that's right. They were there till 2 o'clock. I remember now. We just talked about that. Here, man, I'll let you sit right there. All right. How's that? That better?
Oh, Ernie said you asked who's the best dog in the room. He said J Dog.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, I love do that to little guy, and I always preface it with who's the best dog in this room at this very moment, and that way I ain't lying to him. That way he ain't getting lied to, right, buddy? Oh man, what time is it? What do you think? Here, wait, you got something you got to show. Oh, say, Dad, my eyes was watering when I was out there in that cold, wasn't they? Yeah, they was. There you go, man. I got you. Oh, goodness.
You say they both get the big head.
Exactly. See, and then Tilly, I'll say, who's the best girl dog in the room at this time? So then they don't get discouraged. They both think they're the best dog in the room at that moment. Ain't that right, little guy? He said, I don't care, man. As long as you feed me, I don't care. And if you don't, Mom will give me some cheese and some snackies. I think I'm going to have to gargle a little. Never mind. I got a sore throat. I think I need to gargle some salt water. Warm salt water usually helps. I know I just left myself open for that right there, so go ahead. Yeah, exactly. What do you think, buddy? You good boy today? What are you going to do today, huh? Should we take a nap today? Is that what you're thinking? I like how you think, man. Thank you. Thank you, Ernie. I appreciate it. He's a good boy, ain't he? Huh? You got some sleepy eyes, man. You want me to let you down so you can go sleep under the desk right there, huh? I wonder if J Dog and them's on the river yet. If he said they were just getting ready to go there, so I doubt they're there yet.
It's 8 o'clock this time, so I don't know.
They would have had to stop and get something to eat on the way.
I know it was so cold over there where he was at. It was a lot colder than what it was here. And every time they'd catch fish on the boat, no longer they have it off. They put it back in the water, and the stuff was froze on the bottom of the boat.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that cold. That's when you get you an old piece of carpet cut just to fit right there where you're at in the boat and put it in there when you get there to stand on.
Blues must not be closer. He would say something.
Yeah. He may be back asleep.
Ernie, why ain't you out there hunting? You should have been out there hunting. Can't get a deer sitting in the house.
You could just set you a bear trap out there and go out in the morning and shoot him, bring him out of his misery after he got caught in the bear trap. I'm kidding. Before everything goes crazy in here, I'm kidding. I like animals.
We've been playing till he gets there.
I like animals too. They're tasty. What do you think, little guy? You're lucky we don't live in Korea because you'd be on the menu tomorrow at the next door neighbor's house, I'd say.
He's lucky he don't live in Ohio.
Yeah, no doubt. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Let me see in your ear real quick. Is that the one that hurts? Let me look. No, not quit moving. That was the perfect angle. I could see everything real well. Why, it looks pretty good right there, buddy. Not red or nothing. Heck yeah. That medicine worked, didn't it?
I'm here, Ernie, just on the phone with J Dog.
Oh, is he in the water yet?
Imagine.
Oh yeah, we didn't get the link, I guess. That's all right though. I know where I'm ranked amongst you all. It don't matter. I know where I stand. Is that right, little guy? Huh? We know where we're at in the pecking order, and it's not very high.
Need to clean the wood stove out, build a fire. We not have to be cold around here.
Heck yeah, and the smell of a nice fire. What's the matter, buddy? You want to lay down, huh? Lay on down. You're all right, huh? What do you do with your ashes when you clean your fireplace out?
I always throwed mine out in the garden. Used to.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Or scattered in the yard. That way to give nutrients to the grass.
Yeah, I never thought of that. But yeah, I always heard put it in the garden. But I never had a garden at the house, their mom and dad's house. So I don't remember what I done with them now to think about it. I might have had oh construction site trash bags or whatever, and I would clean it out and put them in that. You want me to let you down, buddy? Huh? Is that what you want? Come on, get down. Here you go, buddy. Go in there and lay with your buddies. I see where I rank. I could send J-Dog a nasty message, couldn't I? I see how you are, you PCOS. Nah, better not. That'll hurt his feelings.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. If I get something back you don't want.
Uh-oh, got it. Email from Alamode, who I bought the mapping software from, wanting me to get a free trial of Wind Total and Titan. A free 30-day trial, but yeah, you guess how much it is if you buy this software? $1,600. But it does a lot of stuff, and it speeds up the appraisal process. Fred Meyer, quick and easy holiday something recipe. He said Sunday. He was in here. He was up here just a little bit ago, JG. Let's see if we have any important emails that we need to attend to today. Nope, I don't see anything. There we go. Yep. They leave Sunday to go to Florida, and then the boat leaves Monday. I know a friend of mine's wife and them went out of Miami one time, and this has been 20 some years ago, if not more. And so they flew into Miami and took a taxi to the hotel or whatever they were staying at until they got on the boat. And she said it was like in a really bad neighborhood. And they got in the cab and asked him to take them somewhere good to eat or whatever, and it was a Cuban guy or whatever. He said, "You want to go to Denny's?" Back then when I had the whole Denny's fiasco thing. Curtis breastfeeding kit. He was going to look for an enlargement kit. Do it at home, the Ronco, do it at home breast augmentations. Oh, you're kidding me. He won't go live though, and I don't blame him because then the fish don't hit. But you have an iPad, and I have a pad, but it's just like a Samsung pad. You know what I mean? Because I looked at an iPad, but they were real proud of those. Oh, so you went and got your buddy and want her to go out now? I didn't get him a treat, so I probably should let him out. Yeah, he's on the river, Lee. Uncle Lou said he just boated a 43-pounder. You want to go out, Theo? Come on, honey. So we get to start I want to go out and come back in shit now, huh? And try to con me out of treats all day. This is a treat trip. The next one is a no treat trip, just so you know. We got an understanding, right? An agreement. Make you sign a contract. Okay, now don't forget, everybody, tomorrow you got to come in with a ramen noodle recipe so we can discuss ramen noodle recipes. I've heard of people putting hot dogs in them, cut up hot dogs, and everything from that to ham. Mm-hmm. Heck yeah, he's up Fisher hitting, man, on the licking right now. If I had the time and the money, I would go down there tomorrow. But that ain't gonna happen. You know, I did see there at the boat ramp at the Licking River where he puts his boat in and everything. There's a couple spots to bank fish there, I noticed, where I didn't see them any of the other times because the river was up pretty good. But I seen them the last time I was there. Like, well, heck, man, that might be a place to go bank fishing at. I seen, I think, 3 different spots. One out up to the north end by the boat ramp, one kind of in the middle, and one way down at the south end of the parking lot. But you got to be careful backing into the parking lot in a park. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I have to back in so I can unload everything out of the back of the truck. And I'm just wondering if you could build a fire down there because they wouldn't be able to see you from up in the parking lot unless they came down that way. So I don't know the rules in Kentucky very well. Yep, we're due for another Red Bull. Yeah, I'm spurging today on the Red Bulls. Yep, it's got to be a knot thing, man. They say that crimping stuff's the way to go, but I haven't seen any of it firsthand myself.
The fish yesterday pulled so hard, I hardly could get the rod out of the hole. Then bam, I was so mad. Did it come untied, have that little pigtail curl at the end of it?
Come on. You didn't go around that pole again, did you? We just had this discussion not a half hour ago. Hey, go back around the pole. Go the other way. I'm gonna let you stand there till you figure it out. Are you effing kidding me? Hold on, I gotta go get your dumb little brother. Because he doesn't grasp the concept of not going around the damn pole.
Came loose at the swivel. Oh,
Come on, buddy, let's go. Go around that way, buddy. Here, come on. Go with me. There you go. Good job, buddy.
yeah, that's one thing you don't want to see. Is lose a good fish, pull the line up, and see that little pigtail at the end of the line. Oh, mercy.
Parker, it is cold out here, my little friend. Slow down. You can't run all the way in the house. Parker. Yeah, it's cold out there, ain't it? Come here, I'm gonna unhook you. Yeah, big knuckle brain. Now, did you see how we done that? Remember it this time. I will train him how to go back around there before the winter's over with. Come on, buddy, we'll get you a treat.
JP said Buggy gonna make his dog sign a contract with the door thing.
Yep. You okay, honey? Did I go get choked while you was drinking, huh? Is you all right? Okay, hold on.
Hey, that dog will be smart enough. You know, I've been wrapped around it so many times, maybe I stay away from it.
You need some more water, Jill, huh? And that's what I did. There ain't enough water in there. Let me see.
Look there. Eric, run that stop sign.
Put some water in it for you. Come on. Hold on. Let me get you some water. There you go, buddy. I got the treat right here. Hold on. Let's fill the water dish up. There you go.
I can't have doggies over here. If I do, I'll probably have a raccoon or a possum in the house.
There you go. Oh, dropped one. There you go, little man. Enjoy. There you go, Teal. Enjoy. Better close this blind a little bit because the sun's shining right on the screen. That's a little better. And I like your idea, JG Hill, about the contract.
He does bring me a squirrel or a bird every once in a while.
Bam, huh? No kidding. So you think it's coming untied, huh? What weight leader line are you using, Leroy?
Didn't make enough turns on it or something.
Yeah, I'd love to have a dog door. Well, I can't with little guy because he likes to gallivant. He's not one to stay in the yard. Honey. Let me wipe the boogie eyes, okay? Come here. You know you can't have no boogie eyes. Dad'll get them for you. That's my pet peeve. I can't stand dogs that got the runny brown stuff around their eyes because the owners are too lazy to wipe
Whenever I
it.
hook a hook, mainly a swivel. Whenever I hook a swivel up, system up, I always take the line and I go through the eye of the swivel twice before I make my final tie. Because I don't want that one single line pulling on that thin metal swivel.
Yeah.
I want it doubled up to give it that extra strength.
Yeah, I had a cat that used to bring me rabbits, baby rabbits, and then he brought one time, and I scolded him, and I come back out there that afternoon, and he ate everything of the rabbit but the foot. He left his back foot for me.
Dog said, "You cut my tree, so it affects his memory about the pole."
Yeah, no doubt. He's mad because at the other house we had a fence and he could run around the back all he wanted, but here he's got to stay on the line because he goes gallivanting over to the neighbor's house. Butters' house. I've determined that Butters is a bad influence on my dog. The damn, you know how it is. The neighbor kid's always the one that's wrong. What's got in that envelope?
Gotta have a run, buddy.
Exactly. It's the kid you tell your kid not to hang out with. Yeah, Butters was showed up here the other night at, I don't know, 9:30 or something. And he comes up on the porch and he hits the door with his paw, and they hear it and they know that it's him. So they're sleeping, and at 9:30 all of a sudden they're up and barking. I'm like, are you effing kidding me? And so I yelled at Butter and closed the blind, told him go home. Don't ever come to the house this late again.
Yeah, you're a morning breaker, so don't come in
That's
and eat.
right. Yeah, don't be showing up at the house at no 9:30 at night. And the bad part is I heard him hit the door, and I was hoping the dogs didn't hear it. You know what I mean? So I jumped up real quick, and it was too late. They heard him. All right, Nubby. You know, I got a story about Bitcoin. And I don't know what year did Bitcoin start. Do you know, J.G. Hill? But I know I used to go down this road led into Indianapolis. Four-lane road led from Carmel to Indianapolis. Keystone Avenue is what it was. And there was like a little section of that road that had houses and little shops, you know, like maybe a little strip place that had 3 or 4 little shops in it. And I'd be driving by, and there was a sign hung out on one of them that said, buy Bitcoin, come in and learn, or something like that. Okay, 2012, that sounds about right. Because I was appraising on my own by then. And I drove by that place, I don't know how many times. And I always say, man, dude, you ought to stop there and see what that is. And I so kicked my ass for not doing it back then. I don't know what they sold for back then, but $1,000 would have made you a millionaire now, I'm pretty sure. Because I know it couldn't have been. I don't know what the initial cost of a Bitcoin was. I mean, it ain't like we can't find out, is it? But man, if I could have put, you know, $1,000 in it, I'd be rich right now and retired probably. I just say 2013. How much was a Bitcoin in April 2013? The price Bitcoin dropped from 266 to around $50. Okay. Then rose to 100 over 2 weeks, starting late June 2013. The price dropped to 70. So if you'd have bought it, say you could have bought in around $50 a Bitcoin and bought $1,000 worth, you'd have had what, 2,000 Bitcoins? No. You'd have 40 Bitcoins, and what are they worth now? Like $70,000 almost? $2,800,000 if I'd have bought $1,000 worth of them at $50 a Bitcoin. Can you believe that? Damn. Yeah, but like I said, man, I drove by that sign, and it, you know, it wasn't, you know, regularly known like it is now. I had never even heard the phrase before except for that sign. And I'm thinking, you know, that's a missed opportunity right there. I should have I had time to stop. I should have stopped on a whim and said, hey, you know, I got $1,000, you know, what if I buy some of that right now, you know, and I would have had X amount of Bitcoin. But it would have been a rough ride from 2013 on, but it never got less than 50, so it would have always made money. I'd have probably freaked out when I got up around 100,000 or so and just sold it, I'd known me.
I looked into it when it first came out, and I got to reading about it and everything like that. They said it's easy to invest in it, but when it got up extremely high, the hardest part was trying to find a buyer for it.
Yeah, back then.
Yeah.
Okay, in 2010, it was 9 cents a Bitcoin. In 2012, it was $123 a Bitcoin. In 2011, it was $26.90 a Bitcoin. So let's say you'd have bought one in 2011. Let's see here. Then it slumped in between 14 and 15. Doesn't say what it was, but it was down below 100, it looks like. But anyway, I that's more than one missed opportunity in my life that I should have followed my gut and went with. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking the new investing with AI program that I read about this morning might be something to look into. What was it I said that it made? Let's see, I think it's still on this.
Brian B. Oi, oi, oi.
There you go. Millionaire in the making. Then AI platform transforms $900 into $38,000 in 30 days. Early adapters report rapid gains with this AI system. Never know. You know, if you'd have read the headline back then, Bitcoin projected to be worth $70,000 in 2024, you'd have laughed. Hey, Brian B., Zipper Snipper, how are you? But, you know, you got to think about it. Is that stuff possible? And do you want to miss out on those opportunities again? Because I've missed a bunch of them. I know that. Hell, I'd just be happy to make enough money that after I paid the taxes on the money I made, I could pay off the tax debt I got. And girl, I bet somebody killed you, didn't they? Yes, they did. We could be like the Billionaires Boys Club, man. Let's all get together and start an investment place based on AI platform. I think we're on to something. I think we're on to something. We should check it out together. Could be the Catfish Community Investors Club. Mm-hmm. Hey, Uncle Luke, tell J-Dog I said send me the link. I know he's out there. Fun check. Okay, I think I'll shut this down at 9. As whoever it was said yesterday, every day he says he's got something he's got to do. Well, again today I got something I got to do.
Like Uncle Lou says, busy, busy, busy.
That's right. Busy but not making any money. That's the problem. But you got to get set up before you can start making money. You got to get everything set up. So I'm about ready, I think. I think what I'm going to do is a test appraisal, you know, not a real one, just do one myself and see how everything works. Does the flood maps pull okay? You know, does the census information pull okay? You know, does the assessor information come in okay, and make sure all those systems are working? And if they are, then I'll start accepting some appraisals. But only the good ones that I want to accept. Let's see here. Better open email because there could be. I had one come in yesterday and I sent an email to the lender because I don't know what's going on, but it kind of pissed me off. And see, is it back again? It looks like it may be. Let's see. No, see, I was the second person invited. Well, why did you invite? I get this appraisal request, and I got the email trail of it. The email came in with the request at 5:20 something my time. Well, by 5:40, less than 20 minutes later, I go on to accept it, and it's already gone. It used to be they gave you 4 hours to accept a report or an order before they pulled it. And now this guy here is lying to me. Let me find my email history and show it to him. Please tell me I didn't delete that yesterday. I want to be able to sound at least like I know what I'm talking about.
Hey, good morning, Curtis.
But yeah, it's like, how are you guys doing these appraisal orders now? Are you just sending them out to 5 or 6 people and the first one that accepts it gets it? You know what I mean? And if they are, that's wrong. It should go on a rotation. If you're on the lender's approved appraiser list, right, for your area, it usually rotates. This guy gets it, the next one, the next guy in line, and it continually rotates instead of sending them out to everybody. God, sometimes you just can't help.
Hey, everybody. Curtis is awake. He's recovered from the weekend games.
Good morning, Curtis. I'm glad you're not suicidal or nothing, buddy.
He's recovered from the game Sunday.
Here we go. Let's see. Okay, the request came in at 6:20. Let me write this. Argue with the guy. So the request came in at 6:27 my time. Okay.
Getting that heart checkup going on.
Okay, the request came in at 6:27 my time. And I replied to it. Let's see here. Where's my email I sent them? Okay, I replied to it at 6:39.
Well, I hope it gives you the big thumbs up, the okay.
There we go. Now we can order back at him.
Then wins.
Let's see. Where did we reply to this guy? I'm going to argue. I'll never get any word from him again, but fucking. Let's see.
Buggy's got the fastest 2 fingers in history.
I was a radio teletypist in the Army. My response to you was at 6:39 p.m. Let's see what this guy's telling me that it was. It looks like it was open assignment 5:25 p.m. 5:25 p.m. Pacific time. That's wrong because I got it at 6:27 p.m. Indiana time. Oops.
Looks like Eric's going to have a sunshiny day. How many drop off he's got today?
How many stops you got, Eric? It's a 12-minute.
Nobody said he only has one stop today. Hey, morning, Mr. Murillo. Indiana doesn't run on Pacific Standard Time, huh? Who would have thought it?
Yeah, well, he's trying to tell me they sent it to me at 6 something Pacific time because they're out west. Except it's showing at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. Said it was 5:25 p.m. Pacific time when they sent it. Well, that's wrong because I got the emails. You know what I mean? You can't lie to me because I got the emails to send you and say, look, here's what my emails say. Multiple. I think you're a liar, and I'm calling you a liar without calling you a liar. Don't make me send an email to your boss. There may be a guideline. I'm going to research because there are a bunch of new guidelines after the real estate crash in 07 and 08. And there's a bunch of new guidelines, and there may be a guideline that states when you send it to the appraiser, he has X amount of time to respond. I got it on a PDF file. I guess got to read it and see if it's in there. See, my email request came in at 6:27 p.m. My response to you was 6:39 p.m. I can send you a copy of it if you like. My response was 12 minutes. Request multiple appraisers. Shouldn't give the appraiser at least 2 hours to reply. So that's my way of calling you a liar without calling you a liar, I guess. Piece of shit.
All right, JG, you have a good day also.
Hey, Mr. Mike Murillo, how are you today? Okay, JG, I hope you feel good today, man. Exactly, JG Hill. They send it out to multiple appraisers to see who's the quickest one to assign it. I mean, they didn't even ask for a fee and turn time. It was just, here's the appraisal. It pays $435 or something like that, or $450. Do you want to accept it? Well, first thing I done was pulled up a map and looked at the house real quick, seen it was okay house. Yeah, I'll do that one. And sent it back to them. And it just looks like they effed me. Anyone who knows correspondence to the benefit portal, please log into your benefit portal or access information. Please don't be bad news. That's the last thing I need today. Take a deep breath and log into that. And don't freaking tell me that it's something bad. I accept. Well, I don't see a new correspondence today.
Well, Murillo, I hope that's all you get to, bud.
Yeah, man, just think had you been in the Bitcoin market from the jump.
Comfort Foods and more. Good morning.
Good morning, Comfort Foods. Yeah, Mike, I don't get sick very often myself, and hopefully not at all. I really, the last few years, I haven't had time to be sick anyway.
Curtis.
I think he's talking fiscal year, Curtis, not calendar year, fiscal year. I'm kidding. But I think that I forgot now. Oh yeah, I was sick one time in the 5 years that I was taking care of Pop. And because of his dementia, he wouldn't remember I was sick that day. And all day he was hollering at me for stuff. And I'd be like, Pop, I'm sick. Is this something you really, really need?
There's nothing about even the Buckeyes lost. Hope your team bounces back quick. They still haven't heard good as much a shot as anyone.
I don't see any correspondence. What in the hell are you talking about?
All right, Curtis. Hope you get good results.
That was back in 9 and 24. That's way back there. Manage and select. I hate government websites. Was you going to the doctor or something?
Yeah, get his heart checked out.
Okay, brother. I say a quick prayer for you that that it all comes out okay, man.
They're driving around. We got a long ways to drive right there now. Still got snow on the ground. Look at that beside that hill.
Where's snow? Where Eric is?
Yeah, it was on the side of that hill.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't know they had snow over there.
Imagine they're in the low 20s, teens, probably high teens, low 20s.
Yeah. The temperature's about the same as it is here for sure.
It's
But
26 here.
I mean, we had what was it last week or whatever? I had like 6 inches of snow and it was gone in 2 days. But then again, I don't have any north facing hills neither, so that might account for it. I don't know. I wish they had the dates and see that's an entirely different number, so that doesn't count. This number here says approved. Let's see, notices and correspondence. There we go. Let's see what this says. Changed. Please don't be. My ongoing liability amount will be $1,817 starting January 1. And I probably need to print this out, I'm thinking, and take it to the lady. See right here it says spouse. Oh, okay. What time, guys? I'm gonna have to go. I got to call the lady at the nursing home. See, she lied to me because this thing here says they allocate of all of Dad's income, Social Security and pension. They allocate $345 of that to my mom, and she told me they got all of it. So I'm thinking someone's wrong. Yep. All right. So I'm sorry, guys. We're going to have to call her a day today. I got to go argue with either the nursing home people or the Medicaid people. And more than likely, it's going to be the nursing home people because I'm going to print this out, take it in with me, and say, now, look, you told me to have his Social Security check sent to you and all of his pension. But according to this thing from the Medicaid people, my mom's spousal allocation is $345. So are you telling me you're going to take that $345? I'm going to have to argue this. I don't know, but it sounds right to me. You know what I mean? Because when I left there, I thought the lady was. I was like, now wait a minute, you're taking all of his income and leaving his wife with nothing. I mean, granted, she has her Social Security also in a small pension, but I was under the impression that the spouse got some money. Even if it was $100 or whatever, it was some. And she was like, no, it all comes here, and we allocate $52 to the patient, which I see that on here. Personal needs allowance is $52, and spousal allocations $345, health insurance premium $174, patient liability $1817.
Did it snow out?
Nope, that's frost.
Huh?
It's frost. But anyway, I appreciate y'all coming in and hanging out. See, I told you my days are busy. Now, whoever said that earlier, you see, I am busy, really. I don't make that stuff up. I'll see y'all later. Have a good day.